starting this up now. We streaming here in a minute, and
Yeah. I would
we
always
should
do.
be live.
All right. Yeah, with the grape nuts, I would always do. There was, I don't know if it still has it on there, but
I
there
would
would be
always
this
do be
recipe on the
live.
box
All
where
right.
basically you would put the milk in, you'd put in some brown sugar and like a little pat of butter, and then you
Yeah,
microwave it for like a minute.
yep. That's what I was telling them. Grape nuts are way better hot. It's not really a cold cereal.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
make them hot. Adding the butter and
and
the
put a
brown
shitload of
sugar is
sugar.
really nice, but you like even if you're gonna like just go plain, you still want them hot. You don't want them cold.
Yeah, because I would eat that shit all the time when I was a kid, dude. But yeah, I don't think I've ever eaten
Yeah.
grape nuts plain with nothing but milk.
Uh,
I don't think I've ever done that.
I really like plain cereals, like in the morning for breakfast and stuff. So like I eat rice checks plain, or I'll put like raisins on top.
Right.
I won't buy Raisin Bran because that shit like they coat the fucking raisins in sugar.
Yeah,
Like
that
I
is
don't
pretty
need a
crazy.
glazed raisin. Raisins are sweet enough, motherfucker. So I'll buy
Yeah,
bran flakes and put my own raisins in if I want Raisin Bran, or I'll have
yeah, I
you know
hear
at
you.
Kix. You know Kix, it's
Yeah,
super lightly sweetened. I'll have that. Those are my
yeah, I don't like
primary
kicks, dude.
favorite cereals. And I don't add sugar. So I'll add dried fruit. That's usually what I'll add if I'm adding anything.
Mm. Yeah, I can eat like Cheerios, Rice Jacks, or like Rice Krispies without adding
Yeah.
anything to it. It's not bad. They're not bad.
I just like them
Um,
because in the morning I don't really want a lot of spicy, crazy, over the top stuff. But or the other option
right,
is once in a while I'll just have like some Captain Crunch or some Fruit Loops or something. I just don't see a point
right.
in buying a plain cereal and adding in a whole bunch of sugar so that it's essentially the same thing as if you're eating like Lucky Charms. Just eat the fucking
Yeah.
Lucky Charms, right? I mean, when you're a kid, you don't have a choice. Like mom and dad are buying whatever they're buying, and you got to fucking make do. But just me
Right.
personally, I'm like, if you're gonna eat sugary cereal, eat sugary cereal. If you're gonna eat not sugary cereal, eat not sugary cereal. There's no reason to add sugar to not sugary cereal.
Yeah, it does kind of defeat the fucking purpose of it.
But I'm a little fucking crazy about that stuff. It doesn't really.
Yeah, I kind of had to train myself or condition myself to be able to eat that shit because I'd eaten just sugared cereal for so fucking long.
Oh, nice.
And I would eat, after a while, if you're eating the Cheerios and the Rice Krispies or whatever, it actually isn't bad.
Yeah,
But again,
it's
if you're
super
fucking
satisfying. It doesn't make your tummy upset, and early in the morning, it's easy to keep down.
yeah. Although I've never had cereal upset my stomach, but yeah.
I mean, if you've been drinking all night the night before, and then you wake up in the morning.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, that's not a problem for me now because I don't drink anymore, and I mean, it really wasn't a huge issue for me when I did drink because I didn't
Yeah,
have issues with only drinking what I wanted to drink.
gotcha.
Like I find I have to clarify that because a lot of people will think, oh, I gave up drinking thing means that I was like a raging alcoholic or some shit. It's like no, I never had a problem just drinking what I wanted and not getting drunk when I
Right.
didn't want to get drunk. It's a really easy thing. Like I go to the bar with my buddies and have like 2 beers and drive everyone home because that's all I wanted. I didn't want to get smashed at the fucking bar.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't have that issue where like if I have 1 beer, I'm gonna have a dozen.
yeah,
Like none of that.
yeah. I never had that issue either. Really, I could have a few beers and just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really just the painkillers. Anything else, I could easily take it or leave it. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
weed or fucking drinking. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just the
it's like weed.
opiates
I
that
really
fucking
like
kicked my ass.
smoking weed all the time, but I can just not smoke for a day or a week or a month if I want. It's not
Yeah,
super
yeah,
difficult to
exactly.
just stop.
Yeah. Although again, I did definitely fucking get fucked up on fucking drinking plenty of times.
Oh yeah, no, I love
But
getting drunk. That
it
was so
was
much fun.
it was never a fucking an urge to fucking like I had to.
Yeah, I kind of got tired of the out of control feeling of the high from being drunk, and
Right,
the
right.
fucking hangovers just started to get real bad in like my mid 30s. Like up until my mid 30s, I didn't even really have any hangovers. And then at a certain
Yeah,
point, you're
yeah,
just
I
like, you
hear you.
start getting them real bad, and you're like, oh, dude, fuck this. And then they made weed legal, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep smoking weed. You wonder if Red Baron Pizza will change their name? Is that because of the fucking Nazis in the Ukraine thing? Mr. Stench ever, I assume.
Oh fuck! That reminds me, dude.
Yeah,
Just
apparently there are still
fucking
Nazis in the fucking Ukraine. Like, just crazy shit, dude.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I've heard there's a lot of white nationalist shit going on.
Yeah, no, they actually have apparently. I didn't listen to the whole video, and it's Jimmy Dore, so I would, I definitely want to like confirm the sources or see if there's some alternative sources. Although, to be fair, I saw Jimmy Dore on the little brief thing with Russell Brand that I posted, and he
Oh,
actually seems rational and sane. So I guess he must have changed from hanging out with chunk yogurt and spitting in people's faces.
all right. You spit on Alex
Because
Jones.
yeah, he lost a lot of my respect when he did that. Because I'm like, man, if you can't have a civil disagreement without spitting in someone's face, fuck you. Yeah, like that's just
Yeah.
really gross and very uncool. But like, hey,
Yeah.
you know what? Everybody can change, and if he's genuinely not that that asshole anymore, he's being a little more reasonable and a little more rational, then right on. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't have to agree with everything he says, same vice versa, obviously, but. Like when he was talking to Russell Brand, he was saying like the Democrats and the Republicans are both terrible groups, and I was like, oh, he's making sense. This is so weird. And then he was like, oh, but we have this, if we do this, we can fix the parties. And I'm like, oh, no, no, no. I think you just have to scrap them and start over, man. I don't think you can fix those.
Yeah. Yeah. They're all run by corporations and shit. They're in their own
Yeah, they're
self-interest.
completely, so corrupt at this point. I don't think there's any way you can like really save that. It's too late, man. Too late. Sorry.
Dude, I completely forgot I had put a Red Baron in a while ago. And
Oh.
yeah, I put it on the timer. Um, but apparently, well, I just left it in there too long, I think, because it's so hot in there. Obviously, after it shuts down.
Is it a Black
So yeah,
Baron
it was
now?
all fucking. Yeah, it is very much a Black Baron. A Black Baron at the bottom of the fucking trash can. It was unsalvageable.
Oh, it's a shame.
I was really looking forward to it.
I don't really like Red Baron pizzas though, except for their French bread pizzas.
Yeah, French breads are really good. I really like the thin crust one.
Yeah, the only frozen pizzas I really enjoy are the DiGiorno at this point. I
Yeah,
mean,
those
they're
are
like
fucking.
they're not great either. Like to be fair, like they're not great pizzas. It's just like of the pile of trash
Yeah,
that frozen pizza is, it's edible and it's it's better than not having anything. But man, I'm such a snob now. I don't think I could really eat much frozen pizza anymore.
yeah, I still do. My son does like crazy.
Oh, you know what? There's little mini pizzas that Costco sells that are like about the size of a regular sandwich bread slice.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. That's actually pretty decent for frozen pizza. Those kind of plus it's one little pizza. You don't have to have because like if I throw in a frozen pizza for myself now, I'm like one person. I'm not gonna eat a whole frozen fucking giant pizza. I'm gonna eat like a few slices, like a normal person would.
Well, Red Baron thin crust, you probably could, but yeah.
Okay, depending on the bulk of the size, that's true. Depending on the kind of pizza, because some frozen pizzas are
Yeah,
bigger than others.
not a
Like I'm not eating a whole
DiGiorno.
DiGiorno's frozen pizza. That's a lot.
Yeah, even what they call thin crust is basically like regular crust for any other pizza.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Pizzas kind of come with that same sort of thing. That the problem that clothing manufacturers have, where there's no like set standard for what
Right.
counts as what. And I don't like that. It's like a 42-inch waist should be a 42-inch waist in every fucking manufacturer, but it's not. They're all fucking different sizes. You're like, Jesus,
Yeah,
why?
that's weird. especially when you're actually using measurements like that.
Well, and it's even worse for women's clothing. Like, there's women's clothing where, like, you'll be a 0 in one brand and then, like, a 6 in another brand or a 12 in another, and you're like, Jesus, man. Like, that's a huge difference. Oh, so Russia is cut off basically the outside world. I got a Russian friend on one of the Discords I'm in. And, like, they've cut off, like, Facebook, BBC, any sort of, like, German, and, any other country's sort of, like, websites are now all cut off. You can't access them in Russia anymore. Well, I'm sure if you know how how to use a VPN properly, you can probably get to all of it. But Russia's getting rid of it all. Like, they're blocking it all out. That's not a good sign.
Yikes.
Well, and one of the things that's going on with our stupid fucking sanctions is it's just driving Russia into China's arms. Like, they're going to end up being fucking allies, which is incredibly bad for the rest of the world. Like, that's two countries that have never been allies that we don't ever want to be allies.
Yeah.
Oh God, Stench ever put that thing up about the fucking Biden promised to cure cancer. Did we all just fucking miss this? Apparently, it was one of his campaign promises. And in his State of the Union address, he's like, "We're gonna get cancer. Cancer is gonna be not a problem anymore." And it's just like, are you fucking with me right now? Did you just promise to cure fucking cancer? Like, how fucking desperate are you? Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, nobody actually expects any of the politicians now to actually keep any campaign promises. So fuck it. Why not claim you're gonna fucking eradicate cancer somehow?
Yeah, that's one of the things that blows my mind. Like, I voted for Obama the first term, and by the second term, I was like, fuck this piece of shit. Because he didn't do any of the shit he said he was going to do, and he had a fucking Democratic majority in the fucking Senate and the House of Reps. Right? I mean, it was like, I think it was the first term, maybe it was the second term. I mean, it's been a while, so I don't necessarily remember everything correctly, but after his first term, I was like, he didn't do any of this shit he said he was going to. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was that first term when he had the House and Senate.
Yeah, and so I was just like, well, fuck this guy, he's a liar, and I don't want him in there anymore, so I'm going to vote for the fucking Republican. I don't care who it is. Because at that point, I'm like, I'm a big fan of, like, I don't give a shit. If it's Democrat or Republican, that's just words they throw in there, really. If they either do what they fucking say they're going to do and represent the people, or they don't. If they don't, we shouldn't vote them back in. I think that's really the best way to fix a lot of the problems we're dealing with right now. It's just to consistently vote people out of office. It's like, oh, we voted you in as governor, and you're not doing any of the things we asked you, you promised you would do when you were in office. We're going to recall you, and we're going to put in another governor. If you vote you in as president, you're not going to do it. We're going to put the opposite party in power for the rest of your presidency and in the midterm elections, and then the next time we go vote for president, you're out. Like, you're not getting a second term. You know what I mean? Like, the more that happens, the more we can actually cycle through a lot of these people and make a little bit of a change. Because they're in it for the long haul. They want to be there for as many terms as they can to make it a career. But hey, whatever. Nobody's gonna fucking do that. They're all so busy like hate mongering each other.
Yeah, I kind of feel like right before the new campaign starting for the next term, like it should be widely advertised, or not advertised, but like covered. Like, hey, this is what they said they did, and they did none of it.
Yeah, that should really be in the coverage. Yeah, just play a tape of all of their campaign promises from their speech, like in a reel. And then one by one, go through and check them off, like yes or no. Did they do it or did they not? And as the press, that's really what you should be doing. Like, they promised, lower taxes. They promised they were going to get, back benefits paid to the fucking veterans. They promised they were going to lower prescription drug prices for the elderly. They promised unemployment benefits to this group of people or whatever. And then you go through it. Did they do it? We're going to check it off. Or Send them on their fucking way.
I'm wondering how long it would take to cycle through them before they finally got the hint and got somebody in that was actually going to try to do the shit they said they were going to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, eventually they'll just run out of people. Like sooner or later, there's just not going to be any more people who can, do it, especially if you manage to get as many recalls as possible. Like, the shorter you can keep them in office, the better. If they're not doing what they said they're going to do, or they're doing actively the opposite thing, just absolutely destroy them, every time. That's what I say. Fuck that.
Yeah. Fucking A, dude. It'll probably never happen, but, especially with World War III looming over our heads.
Yeah, it does look like there's real potential in this situation to end up in World War III. Like, we're not guaranteed in World War III yet, but Biden sent in like 9,000 troops, so hopefully, I'm sure their thought is if they get killed, they can use that to, what do you call it? I can't think of the words. They're so hard. Use that like yellow, sort of like the yellow journalism they used in the Bay of Pigs to try to get us into war.
Yeah. Oh, like propaganda, you mean?
Yeah, use that in propaganda to, try to get everybody to actually support the war.
Yeah.
It's like Jimmy. Go ahead.
No, it's do you know who Mr. Girl is? The YouTuber?
No.
All right. Well, a while back he did this song, like basically like a rap thing, where he was basically saying I'm a pedo. He's not, but he was like doing it to fuck with people, basically. Well, anyways, he interviewed this guy from. He's a dude that's he's lived here for like 30, 40 years or something, like a long time, but he's from Russia and still technically a Russian citizen. He's a professor at the University of Oregon, and basically he was talking about how, like, it kind of is us like fucking with Putin, kind of pushed him to this point. Like, he probably could have definitely handled it a different way, but like apparently way back when
our sanctions have put Putin in a corner. There's nowhere for Putin to go that's a win for Russia.
Yeah, and I guess back in I think it was Reagan, maybe Bush Senior, but basically like it had come to an agreement like that they would not expand NATO eastward towards Russia. Like they said, they just wouldn't. Like they wouldn't take in any countries, like any of those old, the countries that they used to have as their little satellite fucking buffer zone, like Lithuania and fucking Estonia and fucking, whatever. But yeah, he basically, we basically told, who was it back then, Gorbachev? Yeah, we're not going to expand eastward with NATO. And then again, they started doing that shit. And then I guess Putin actually sent a letter to Biden saying like, hey man, just, I'm asking you not to do this. And Biden basically responded with, fuck you.
Yep.
And the requests were not that unreasonable. He was basically saying, yeah, don't expand. I don't want missiles that close to our fucking border. Because, that's going to happen if they're fucking NATO. Because NATO is essentially the fucking U.S.'s.
Well, and
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and in the situation we're in now, Putin has no out. Not that I agree with what Putin's doing, obviously.
Yeah.
But, like, he kind of has no out at this point. We've pushed it to a point where it has to be war or not war. And if it's going to be war, then we should just go the fuck in and make it war.
Yeah.
Like, let's go in, let's remove Putin and his regime entirely from Russia and just fucking take over. Like, let's actually do it or not do it. Like, that's just how you're going to do it. Then, like, that's how you're going to do it.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that there was essentially a coup, like, not that long ago in Ukraine where the duly elected fucking, whatever the ruler title is over there, president or whatever, was kicked out. It was essentially a military coup, and they just took over. And I thought I read somewhere that I forget the Ukrainian president's name, but apparently there's a bunch of Russian separatists living in the Ukraine, in that what was considered the Ukraine, and he like slaughtered like 1,000 of them. I'm like, that's fucking nuts, dude. So yeah, again, no good guys on either side in this situation.
No, yeah, no. It's the whole thing is a fuck up.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, Biden has got to be the worst fucking foreign policy president fucking maybe ever. I don't know how far back you want to go, but Jesus Christ, dude. He like again the Afghanistan situation, like I don't know how you could have handled that worse. And now this shit where he's just like, yeah, fuck you, Putin. We're not going to hold ourselves to what we said we were going to not do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, man. Good, but it really does seem like the like Putin and the Russians are actually less wrong. I don't want to say they're right, but less wrong in this situation.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say that they're less wrong. I would say that they are in an untenable situation and doing what they can.
Yeah, and they do have legitimate fucking gripes that were not fucking heated or even paid attention to.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a totally, well, not totally unrelated because it's in the area, but I do love the fact that in the Crimea region there is a Crimea River.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with this whole situation. It's not good.
Yeah, I mean the pun. Well, you know what I'm saying? The pun potential of Crimea River. Crimea River.
Yeah, really.
I wasn't sure if you called that or not, dude. Like, there's a song, Crimea River.
Crimea River.
Oh God. Yeah, in fact, that was when you remember that fucking that big red bitch. I forget her name, dude, but it was from back around 2014, 2015. Chanty Binks, maybe. Let me see if I can
Yeah,
find a picture of her and see if you remember her. But anyways, when she was talking, when they were talking about, well, what about men? Like they get screwed over in this situation, and she was just singing that song, the Crimea River.
Yeah, really.
I think they called her Big Red. I'm not sure. I'm looking it up now to see if it's a bitch. But yeah, a chick with glasses and fucking red hair. Yep, that's that ugly fucking bitch. Let's see if I can get the picture on here.
Yep.
All right. What the fuck? It had a fucking Discord logo and the thing that said share, and then none of the fucking options was fucking Discord.
Huh, weird.
All right, let's see. It always does. I forget one of the other ways. Definitely. Okay, yeah, I think I posted right. Okay, yeah, that bitch. I don't know if you remember her, dude, but I posted a picture over the Discord.
Let's see. Discord. Oh, Kamala. Oh, yeah, Big Red. Yeah. That shit was fucking crazy. She was the one that went all like weirdly crazy. Yeah, I remember her. She was dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're basically talking about, because obviously there are fucking issues that men get screwed on, like in divorce or fucking child custody, sentencing for the same crimes, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
And she was just like, yeah, started singing Crimea River when they brought that up. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Ugh. Indeed.
Indeed. Yeah, the Russia thing is pretty fucking nutty.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll have to post that the interview with that Russian dude because he definitely lays down a lot of good fucking points.
Yeah. There's, I mean, it's when the regime that wants to basically control everything about your life and take away all your rights is like, oh, this is great, go with this. Then you can't trust that group of people.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Oh fuck! I just saw the My Pillow thing.
Oh,
That
oh
stench
man, I saw
everything.
this clip where this the weird anime VTuber people.
Oh yeah.
Uh, she was talking about how she was all like they met I guess a big group of some group of them like all met together at some point,
All right.
and they were like I got to cuddle all of them. Are you jealous? And I'm like, no, I don't know any of those people. Like, Jesus Christ, that'd have been so fucking weird and awkward.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go cuddle with some random ass people I've never met. Like, that sounds awful.
I don't want to cuddle anybody I'm a fucking fan of, dude.
I mean, yeah, that I don't know. Like, yeah, oh yeah, it's just this hot girl that I'm dating, sure.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna fucking like just like random ass be like, yeah, take it. Like, that's not fun at all. That sounds awful. Can you just imagine? And this is like a group of like 5 or 6 women. It's like I don't want to suddenly be in a group of 5 women I don't know, like at all. Like if I didn't meet him at the bar. Like, there's no upside here.
I'm not sure I could think of 5 women that I do know that I want to fucking hang out with. Not all together, anyways. Yeah. Sorry, I just got to take my meds. So I had to do my mouthwash deal because they dissolve under my tongue. So like they told us that we should do like mouthwash before we put the strips under our tongue.
Mouthwash before you put the strip in. That's a weird one.
Yeah, well, I guess because it absorbs, through the skin under your tongue or whatever somehow, and so basically that kind of clears off all the crap that's coating your fucking from what you eat and smoking and all that kind of shit. So it absorbs better, I guess. Yeah, I guess somehow I think what do they call it? Bioavailability, like how much your body actually absorbs of the medication you take. I guess it's better when you're if it's something you dissolve under your tongue as opposed to like eating it and swallowing it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how any of that shit works. Like, I'd love to be able to be like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that sounds plausible. I have no fucking idea. I thought I read that somewhere, but I mean, well, I guess it has to be. I don't know why the fuck they would insist on making it be something you dissolve under your tongue unless it was for that reason. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? As opposed to just a regular fucking pill form.
Yeah, I don't know how that shit works. It makes sense though. I mean, what you're saying makes sense.
Yeah. Sounds right. Sounds like it could be true. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, no more comments. I'm trying to make sure I don't like just forget about comments entirely.
I hear you. Yeah, at least one of us should probably be doing that.
Once in a while.
Yeah. Do we have any spam advertisers this time?
I already got rid of one. I already got rid of one. Let's
Nice.
see. What else was there that was going on? Because I saw some other stuff that was like pretty wacky. Oh, did you see the Hot
Mhm.
Pocket sleeve sleeping bag that somebody found that I shared?
Oh shit! No, I saw your comment on it, and then I just never like actually checked it out.
It's a
Something about
legit
overheating.
sleeping bag that looks like the sleeve for a Hot Pocket. You know, that microwave
Wow.
sleeve. Hence my
Yeah, yeah.
ridiculously dumb fucking comment on it. Like, oh, your core temperature will be too high. Hee hee, snicker snicker. Uh, I thought that was clever.
Yeah.
Fuck you, soldier.
That is crazy, dude. The modern technology make you like retain so much fucking body heat or whatever. Like
Yeah.
the mylar ones that are like that shiny, like almost reflective fucking.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, man. Well, the Mylar ones are great for reflecting body temperature. They can't really increase anything though. They will
Right.
protect you from like wind chill and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the big things about them though that you got to keep in mind is there's no moisture escapage at all. Like they're not air
Yeah.
permeable. So a regular sleeping bag, you as a human will sweat and you'll breathe moisture out of your mouth and all that kind of stuff. That's why like those mummy bags always have like a little hole where your mouth and your nose go, so that you're not
Right.
exhaling
Right.
the moisture directly into the bag. But even when you sweat and stuff, like a lot of that will get evaporated through the sleeping bag having air coming in and out of it. So
Right. Right.
you gotta be cautious about the buildup because that can actually end up making your sleeping bag no longer effective if it's too damp in there.
Yeah. Right.
Depending on the material of the bag and all the other stuff going on, but yeah, so Mylar is really really good, but man, you really don't want that to be your primary way of sleeping if you're just out camping because you might wake up real fucking cold sometime.
Yeah. Just fucking like stewing in your own fucking sweat.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking like over 90 degrees here today.
Damn,
Sucks.
dude.
Yeah. In March. Yeah. Just a couple days ago, it was like in the fucking 60s. It's fucking freezing.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that shit.
Yeah, any kind of drastic temperature change like that. A lot of times I'll end up getting sick, dude. Like when I moved up to Flagstaff, like I immediately got sick when I like the first week I was up there. And same thing when I moved back down here. Got sick within the first week of moving back down here. Yeah.
Gotta be careful. Sorry, intense moment of the game there for a second.
What are you doing, Overwatch again?
Yeah, I should probably stop doing Overwatch.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm better than fine. I'm excellent. No, okay. No one's buying that.
Oh
God,
fuck,
thank you.
dude! I was
Finally.
playing on the Star Wars, the Battlefront 2. I've been playing that a lot lately. And my favorite shit, and well, probably because it's what I'm best at, is the starfighter battles.
Yeah.
So basically, I was going in and doing the arcade version where you can set up whatever scenarios you want on whatever planet you're supposed to be fighting over. So yeah, but I put in the first time I screwed up because it says something like Starfighter's available, and I thought that meant like just how many you could possibly like come back in or respawn or whatever. But that's so I set it to the top. I set it to like 999, and it turns out that's how many you have to kill of theirs. Like that's how many each side gets.
Huh.
So to win, you have to kill 999. Like, oh fuck, dude, this is gonna take fucking hours.
Jesus.
So yeah, kind of learned my lesson pretty quick on that one. Although I still set it at like 100, dude, because like the matches get over too quickly if it's anything over less than that. But yeah, I don't know. The game's pretty cool, man. Because even on the what do you call them? The Starfighter ones, like you get to play as the hero ships, so you can do the Millennium Falcon, or you can do Luke's X-wing, or Poe Dameron's X-wing, or Yoda's ship, or whatever.
Nice. That's kind of cool because, like, I've played the generic ones where you can just get what do you call them? The X-wing, the A-wing, and the Y-wing. Like I played. That was the last time I played anything where you got to like pilot a ship.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I remember on the first one, the first Star Wars Battlefront on the PS4. It was yeah, you could do. It was only either X-wing, A-wing, and then for the other one, it was either the regular TIE fighter or like the TIE Interceptor or whatever. So there's only two choices really early on. But dude, they fucked up. They could not get the A-wing's fucking hitbox right. So if you were trying to hit an A-wing, matter, even if you're locked on them, dude, even if you're locked on them, the fucking laser shots would not hit them.
Oh,
the
that's
only way
annoying.
you could fucking damage them is with the fucking torpedoes, and there's like a cooldown on the torpedoes. So like you shoot it once, and you got to wait like 30 seconds before you can shoot it again.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
So yeah, if you're playing against an A-wing, yeah, there was dude, by like 99% of the time, the fucking rebels will win. You know, when you're playing against other people. Because it was so fucking. The rebels had the fucking shield as their other special power. It's like the torpedoes and the shield, and all the TIE fighters had was like a fucking speed boost thing, like a turbo boost or whatever, and obviously the torpedoes as well. But yeah, it's like, dude, the shield is way fucking better to have than a temporary little fucking speed boost. So yeah, it was almost impossible. Yeah. It was pretty funny. I remember one time, I think the other side just didn't have enough people in there at the beginning of the fight, but like we were actually playing as the dark side when we were winning, and it basically got to the point where I was fucking their guys up so bad that when they would finally kill me, they were literally heading straight for the spawn point to seek me out again, to fucking take me out again.
Oh yeah. They're like, we got to get this motherfucker, and we can't let him come back in.
Yeah, this guy's fucking killing us. We got to take him out before he gets anywhere near the fucking battle. Yeah, because it'll have. It's not just the players. It's there's also like computer operated enemies or whatever too. And so obviously they're easy to take out. Much easier than obviously another actual player.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely. I mean, the AI is always going to be easier because it's predictable. Also, Satan and Satire says we're the worst, which it's absolutely true.
Yeah, we concur. Yeah.
Okay, you remember Sheepbot, right? The commie guy that's Satan's friend, the crazy communist dude. He was all talking about going to fucking Ukraine. Hopefully, it was just talk, and he's not actually going to actually try to go there. But I was just like, you're like a fucking tech guy. You're not going to go fight a fucking war in the Ukraine. Like, you're not. That's a terrible fucking idea, dude. Like, don't. Don't fucking do that. That's just you're just gonna die. Like you're not really gonna accomplish much either.
Yeah, exactly. Other than getting yourself killed.
Yeah, you'll definitely be able to do that. That's really easy to do in a war. That everybody can do that. That's not. I don't take any special skills. It's like I wouldn't go fight in the war. I'm just as fucking dead.
Yeah, not without a fucking shitload of fucking training, dude. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
exactly. You got a lot less
I'm just
fucking
gonna
fat.
show up. And,
Like, look,
you
he's
know,
so
I'll
big
use
of a target. We shoot him. We can't even miss him. He hides all the soldiers behind him.
I'm really good at Call of Duty, so I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. I'll just use the aim assist. Yeah, it'll be great.
You said duty.
You're a fool. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I wouldn't
man.
be surprised if people literally think that. Like, I'm really good at Call of Duty, so that'd probably be great with an actual rifle.
No. Oh, and I didn't even knock her over. I was so dumb. I tried to bump somebody into the fucking water, and they somehow survived, but I got knocked into the water, and so my guy died instead of. Yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. What else is happening in the world today?
We're getting our asses handed to us.
Indeed.
Oh man, this is ridiculous.
I'm at least, I kind of feel like I live kind of close to Phoenix. So like, obviously Phoenix would probably be not one of the main targets if a nuclear war went down, but it's
Yeah.
up there.
It's like you're not on the immediate nuke list, but it's not so far out
Yeah,
that
I'm
you
not
can just
that.
like.
Yeah. There would definitely be missiles heading for Phoenix. Like it's big enough of a target, I think, for them to go for Phoenix. And I'm not far enough away from Phoenix to feel comfortable not being in the fucking nuclear death zone. Like it's only like 30 miles, 20, maybe 25, 30 miles through like the south edge of Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not that far away from like San
Francisco,
then,
yeah.
right?
There's a bunch of military bases not that far away from where I'm at.
Yeah, those definitely be targeted too, I would imagine. Probably before the city is actually.
Here we go. Yeah. There's a lot of really bad options.
So hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yep.
But with fucking with Biden in charge, or I mean he's not really in charge, obviously, but whoever Biden is being puppeted by, whoever that is in charge, it's pretty fucking scary, dude. What a great time to have a senile old man in office.
Yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it?
Fucking shit. Yeah, and one that seems to like to talk shit.
Yeah. Well, he's got to start the war.
Yeah. I assume the the people behind them are like, we usually make a lot of money when that shit happens. So let's have them start a fucking war.
Yep. Well, starting a war takes everybody's mind off of the fake vaccines that didn't work and
Yeah.
the
All the
incredible
fucking
amount of wealth that got transferred to people like Jeff Bezos from fucking the shutdowns. Gotta fucking keep the coffers moving.
Yep.
So fucking, did you see that, like, fucking Timcast apparently gets swatted, like, multiple times a day?
Oh yeah, no, I saw you. It's another one that you posted that I never got around to watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've definitely heard that before. Yeah, like you said, he's a fucking, yeah, not a
I don't
fan.
like him, but, like,
That's so
fucking,
fucked up. Yeah.
you can't just fucking swat the guy.
Yeah, just don't buy the food buckets, dude.
Just don't buy the food buckets. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't let him,
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like the Revenge of the Sis guys, like the food bucket people approached them like back when that shit first started or whatever with the pandemic, and it was basically a commission thing. Like you only got paid for how many got sold with your little fucking your little code or whatever. So they're like, "Fuck you, you have to fucking do that shit." So yeah, obviously, like I said, that was the main thing. I already didn't like the guy, but yeah, that really pushed me over the edge into this guy's just a fucking grifting faggot.
Yeah.
But again, still does not deserve to get swatted, dude. But yeah, yeah. But watching him switch on that, going from like, oh no, this is all overblown. There's nothing wrong. It's not going to be as bad as they say. To all of a sudden, like fucking beating the fucking panic drum so they'd buy his fucking food buckets.
Yeah. What's up, Turish and Mr. Mad Metal Man? Did not see the chat for a few minutes there. They throw all the tech guys on the front line, yeah.
Right.
Oh, Call of Duty equals combat training. Yes, Mad Metal Man. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, the virus did not knock us out. Yeah, I'm not like for nuclear war so much as just like, can we just get rid of like a good portion of the stupids? Can we?
Right.
Like, what is it? They had a supposedly a what if thing where they did a thing on Whitest Kids, where they were like they had the jerk Holocaust, where they just went through and eliminated all the jerks.
Damn.
I'm like, man, if we could do that on both sides, number one, there'd be like maybe a fifth of the population on the planet left, but I think it would be worth it. I think it's like the Great Reset, except not keeping the people who would definitely be the least useful for the Great Reset in it. The ones that are who are planning it. Like those are the people we don't want anywhere near anybody ever. We should just kill everybody in that fucking group. Like that's one of those things where like we should just fucking go through and annihilate all of those people and just kill them all. Like just like that sort of Muslim style where they just line them all up on the ground and just walk by, shoot them in the head one at a time.
Right.
Obviously, allegedly in Minecraft. Don't actually go out and do that.
Yeah.
Or if you do, don't blame me. Don't say I told you. Yeah, the Bilderberg group or whatever it is. Man.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what they ought to do with the swatting thing is if they can reasonably prove, obviously, in a court that you called the police for no reason whatsoever, like that, like you sent somebody to SWAT in, like the bare minimum should be like a year in prison and like a $50,000 fine. But
yeah,
any injuries are immediately escalated to a hard felony, an attempted murder.
Yeah,
And it goes to
yeah.
a
There's
whole
got to
different
be.
level of criminality at that point.
Yeah, yeah. No, there should definitely be some really fucking harsh consequences. Because again, people have fucking died from that shit.
Yeah,
People
that's
have
what I'm
been killed
saying.
by the
Like,
cops.
if there's even one injury, it should be an immediate, like, all right, this is attempted
Yeah,
murder.
escalation.
We're not into the fine, and we're into, like, hard criminal charges at this point.
Yeah, yeah. Because I remember one time they fucking called and said some guy had like people in his house that at gunpoint had kidnapped him at gunpoint. So he goes to answer the door and like kind of freaks out, and they end up just blasting him and
Yeah.
killing him.
Yeah, that's a real issue. That's not at all cool. What is it? Matt Mello said if he could start a trend, he'd end himself in a heartbeat, but he wants to make sure it would continue worldwide. Oh man.
Yeah, got to be a productive death. A bunch of people suffer. And
yeah. If you're gonna try, you want to be successful.
yeah, yeah. You want to die and not leave any fucking misery for the assholes.
Oh, although there was
The
a great
fucking
trend, fucking Hugbees. You know the guy that does the
oh
how
fuck
it's
yeah, dude.
actually made parody videos. One of
Yeah,
his videos
yeah,
got
dude.
onto CNN's website. Like they posted it under how to make bread as a how it's made video.
Oh, that's fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
Oh
So
man. Wait, oh shit. Was that the
that's the one I
was
posted.
it
I'm
the
on
one where
CNN
there's
right
the
now.
factory? Dude, is it the one where it's like the bread factory?
Yeah, they posted is how it's actually
Dude,
made bread. And it's not
dude, he
even the
literally
first result. If you search bread, how it's made bread, it literally is like the second or third.
oh my god, that's fucking awesome. Because dude, he literally like there's a spot in the machine where like the dough is coming out and it has like a little thing that's like two little arms that are spinning around, knocking it off. You
Yeah.
know when it's at the right amount or whatever. He literally calls those things bread pimp slappers
Yeah, oh
or
yeah. At one point he
something
says
like
the bread pisses on bread on itself. Like
that. Yeah.
he did a whole like video on it. I posted it in the Discord. I recommend it because he is just taking a glory lap,
Dude.
and it's well
Yeah.
deserved.
I fucking love that guy, dude. He's pretty much my favorite YouTuber at this point, dude. He's so fucking funny, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, that
That
pug,
whole thing was just
the
that was
pug roast,
hilarious.
the fucking pug video, I think is still my favorite, dude. He just fucking obviously despises pugs, dude, and just spends like 4 minutes roasting him, telling him how horrible they fucking are.
Well, I mean, anybody who likes pugs is kind of a little bit evil if you think about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It really is cruel to keep that species going, dude.
Yeah, they're not all like what do you call it? Deformed fucking mutant dogs that probably
Yeah.
you know.
Did you say at one point they can actually drown without being in any water?
Yeah, drown because they like sleep wrong or something like that.
Constantly being suffocated by its own body.
Oh yeah, it's like its own nose. It's like fucking trying to kill it. Yeah, I just feel bad for that breed of dog. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
they're not
Really
even useful. Like they're not like a working breed. Like pugs are, it's a torturous existence, but we really need pugs because they can tell you when you have cancer in your ovaries. It's not even like anything like that. It's just like we think they look adorable, and ladies like to put them in their purse. So let's keep the pug going.
Yeah, yeah. Pugs and Chihuahuas, dude, should not exist.
Yep. No,
I'm sure there's other
Chihuahuas
dude.
were initially like an alarm dog, so they're actually a working breed, believe it or not. And I think a lot of the problems with the way that they are is because of the way people handle them. They're not like needed anymore. But they were
Yeah,
essentially
yeah.
meant to like be in
Make a
with the
lot of noise.
baby, and then anything that came in, they just make a whole lot of really high pitched noise, so everybody hears and comes running.
Yeah, yeah. Either
It's sort of
way.
like what is there's one that has like a deep throated sound.
Basset hound.
No, Baskin Hounds were hunters.
Yeah.
It's like a Chinese or an Asian type breed, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah. What is it? What do they got? Akitas, Chow Chows?
Maybe it's like a Chow Chow.
What
I could be,
ones?
who knows, man. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But
Whatever.
I know there's like a couple other breeds like that. I just they got to have that alarm feature.
Yeah. Whatever. We got motion detectors and fucking cameras and shit.
Yeah, and they're
nowadays.
completely useless
They're
now.
no longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Chihuahuas don't like they're not like deformed though, right? Like they don't do they have like health issues because of their breed characteristics or something?
I don't know because they're just small. They're not like it's not like a dachshund where it's just
yeah, I wouldn't want a Chihuahua. I'm not a huge fan of Chihuahuas.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, but yeah, no, you're right. They're just small. They're not again like malformed like a dachshund or a fucking a pug is.
Yeah. Because like that's what I don't like about pugs. It's like they literally have like health issues because of the way people breed them.
Yeah, they have shitty balance because their fucking tails all curled up and fucking, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't, they can't even really wag it the way, or use it for balance and that kind of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Poor dogs.
Yeah. Poor little fellers.
Oh, let's check the chat again. All right, cool. I'm trying to keep an eye on it this time. Like, I switched my game, so I'm not as distracted.
Yeah.
I got the power wash simulator going. This is very relaxing, very satisfying.
Nice.
You just hang out and you just run like a virtual power washer and clean shit.
What the fuck, dude?
I'm telling you, it seems so ridiculous, and then you play it and you're like, oh, this is kind of nice.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Oh man, yeah, it is $20. I don't think I'd buy it unless I knew for sure I was really gonna like get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm telling you, this is the best game ever made by mortal kind. So, okay, I gotta use the different nozzle to get that rust off there. See, that's how in-depth this game is, man. Sometimes you gotta really use the right power washing tip to get this stuff.
Yeah.
Right now I'm cleaning a classic car. It's pretty fucking awesome. Spraying down the white walls. Yeah, I got to clean. There was an old lady that lived in a shoe. That's because she didn't know what to do. I got to clean the old lady's shoe house.
Nice.
Oh, I had a panic moment with my smartphone that was kind of sad.
Oh, really?
Apparently, smartphones run out of battery real easy. Like, you don't even really have to be doing anything. They just need to be charged more often than flip phones. So I hadn't had a a phone like literally run out of battery in probably like the last 10 years. Because I'm just really good about
it's a lot better than it used to be, but yeah, it's still compared to a flip phone, it's fucking trash.
Well, I just let it sit there all day, and it just ran out of power. Like I'm not playing any games on it or something when I'm at my house. Like
Yeah. But yeah, it used to be, like I said, even worse, dude. When they first came out, dude, you'd have to charge those fucking things constantly.
oh yeah, the smartphones make sense.
Unless you wanted a big bulky one that had a gigantic battery in it.
Yep. I mean that makes sense. You can't. What do you call it? Oh, I'm trying to think of words to use.
Man, what do you call it? Sorry, I missed what you were saying, so I don't have
Oh,
any
I
idea what you're
completely
going to say.
fucking lost track of whatever I was saying too. So it's all good.
Okay. See what Twitter has to say. They're usually good for a topic. Let's see what we got.
Everybody's all a Twitter with the possibilities.
Why is it? No, I don't want to fucking add languages. Fucking Twitter. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, one of the things I've noticed is there's a lot of weird things that a lot of these apps want to fucking do with your phone. And they want your information and all this other shit, and it's like, fuck you. You don't need my personal information. I'm going to pass on that particular fucking obvious trap.
What the fuck, dude? Duncan Trussell.
Duncan Truffle?
Trussell, Trussell.
Oh, I thought you said truffle, and I was like a candy.
Yeah, no. Yeah, well, he's a comedian, I guess, but he posted on Twitter. He says, "I will not exercise until there's peace in Ukraine."
Oh, dude, wasn't the Ukraine like bombing a fucking city like all the time, like bombing a specific region constantly after like repeated attempts at like?
I know there's. Oh, really? Yeah, there was definitely areas that, like I said, there was areas that were wanted to be part of Russia. Basically, they were Russian separatists or whatever, and they definitely slaughtered a lot of them. Apparently,
I mean, Kiev was at one point the capital of Russia.
Yeah. Well, dude, I don't know if you ever saw it. I guess the guy that's in charge over there now, I guess, was like an actor or something. And dude, there's a clip of him where they're doing the Hava Megillah, whatever that dun 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 dun.
Hava Megillah.
The fucking the Jewish thing.
Yeah, you're right. Hava Megillah, that is correct.
Yeah, they're basically doing a fucking sketch. Obviously, this was before he was president, I hope, of Ukraine, but it was basically like they're behind the piano and like they had, you could see that they weren't playing with their hands, but they were moving around like acting like they were playing it with their dicks. Have you seen that?
No, that's fucking hilarious though.
Yeah, that's the guy that's fucking president now as the Ukraine.
Pretending to play the fucking Hava Megillah with his penis. That's just funny. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious. It's even funnier that he's the president now. You know what I mean? Like that makes it even better.
Yeah. No, that makes it 100 times better. And here we have the president of Ukraine doing Hava Megillah with his penis. We see nothing inappropriate with this.
Yeah, I've got to have the clip here somewhere.
Oh, the funny thing is, so like, apparently there are legitimately still Nazis in the Ukraine, like even in their military and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I've heard there were a lot of fucking white nationalist Nazis over there, dude.
And yeah, oh, and the
Yeah,
left
was
is
it you?
rushing to say that there's not, and it's like, oh, that's not a surprise. If
Wait,
you
was it
think about it,
Hillary?
like the actual Nazis would try to prevent like people from suspecting that there were like Nazis in the Ukraine. They're like, no, no, we can't let our brethren get caught. Like, oh man.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if this is the actual one. I thought there was three dudes in the one that I was thinking of, but whatever. This is gonna be yeah. It's exactly the same as what I was thinking of, so it's probably right. Okay. Post that Discord. Damn it. Yeah, I don't even know if you need to watch it. It's fucking. It kind of gives you the idea just on the fucking thumbnail, I guess.
Let me see here. Oh, I get the idea. Yeah, I see. I see. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, like they have their arms like way up in the air. They're fucking supposedly playing it.
Well, you know that's how you play Hava Nagila with your penis. You uh,
Yeah, you got to
can't
let everyone
bring.
know that they're not
Yeah,
actually, striking the keys with their fingers.
yeah. I mean, if you're gonna play it with your penis, you don't want them to suspect that your hands might be involved. That takes a lot of the fun out of it.
Indeed.
I'm gonna assume that they really did, because honestly, like that's not that hard make. I'm sure there's elaborate ways you could make that into like a like, oh, we didn't actually, what we really did was. But I can imagine that that's a lot more work than just playing Common and Together with your dick.
Indeed. Yeah, I'd imagine. Yeah. Well, if you got two people, I was thinking like chopsticks would be difficult, but if there's two of you, because again the keys are pretty far apart to start,
Yeah,
you'd have to be one of those fucking bastards with two cocks. That's so
there's a lot of
fucking
those
dude.
bastards with like two cocks.
No, but they exist. Yeah, you never heard of that, dude?
I did
Fucking
not know that was a
born with
thing
two
that could
dicks.
happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember there was one guy. Apparently, like he had, yeah, two cocks. One of them was like somehow smaller, but like one of them was like 9 inches fucking long. And then there was some part like I guess he had some kind of operation, and then the other one ended up just as long. So he had two fucking 9 inch cocks.
I'm sure there were a lot of women willing to test that out for
Yeah,
him, see
yeah,
how those worked.
fuck yeah, yeah. If I had that, I'd
But
fucking
if
leave
they're at the
it.
same place, you'd have to put them both in the same girl, right? I mean, like, I don't think physically you can get two
Yeah,
women into that space to put one in each.
yeah,
Like, that
not
would be pretty
without
tough.
yeah some serious bending, dude. Some very uncomfortable bending, I would imagine.
Yeah, like you could get two girls to blow you. Like that would be kind of cool. But
Yeah, I would imagine even that. I've never actually seen like a picture of how it is, but I'd imagine there's not much room between them.
yeah,
But yeah, if I had two cocks, two 9 inch cocks, it would be. I would lead off like every conversation with it, dude.
it'd
Hi,
be
nice to
like,
meet you. I have two 9 inch cocks.
nice to meet you. I have two 9-inch penises. Yeah, that would be, it would be a tough thing to choose not to. It's hilarious. That would be an interesting conversation starter, though. I mean, to be fair.
Yeah, It's not like the guy that says I got a cock that hangs below my knee, and then it's just a tattoo of a rooster with a noose around its neck below his knee.
Oh, that's false advertising. You can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know who there was. I can't remember who the fuck told me. It was somebody in real life told me some guy actually got that done. He
Oh,
literally got a
jeez.
tattoo of a fucking rooster, like made it look like it was hanging, and it was on his, obviously lower leg, below his knee. I got a
I
cock that
mean,
hangs below my knee. You want to see it?
yeah, sure, not really. I mean, how many people answered
I
yes to
still,
that other than like chicks that he was trying
yeah,
to pick up? I'm sure like most
that's
guys
what
were
I'm
just like
saying.
not really. I mean, I'm just not
Although
interested
I
in
don't know,
seeing your
that would,
penis at all. I'd kind of rather you keep it in your pants, you fucking weirdo. Like
yeah.
that I don't
Although I don't
know.
know, I think that's kind of funnier because like, no, let me show you, and then it's just that tattoo. That's a pretty good joke to fuck with, dudes with.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm just thinking, someday you might do that, and the wrong guy might punch you before you get that tattoo
Right.
showing. No, let me show you. Whoop, boom. Oh, and how did you end up unconscious on the floor of the bar, sir? Yeah, that's
Maybe
really
this is
your
not
fault,
as
isn't it?
maybe this is not as funny as I thought.
Oh
I
no,
should
we
have
can't.
thought this one through.
Well, it's okay. A bunch of people are going to get really angry on Twitter and call him homophobic for punching you, so everything will be fine.
Yeah.
That'll I mean, you'll have medical bills and recovery, but they'll be really angry, so that'll solve everything.
So it takes.
Some Japanese guy, the Japanese ambassador to Ukraine, dressed all up in his samurai fucking gear with his sword, and was tweeting out that all samurais should support the Ukraine or something. And I'm like, unless you're gonna take that sword to the fucking front line, you best shut your fucking mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and even that highly not recommended
I mean,
because there's bullets nowadays.
could there be any more obvious fucking what do you call it? Saber rattling. Like, obviously, you're not really gonna do
Right.
anything.
Yeah, the virtue signaling shit is fucking crazy. Yeah.
Everybody's got to stand with Ukraine in some way, shape, or form, and it's like I agree. Russia should not have invaded Ukraine, but Ukraine is probably not 100% innocent here. They've been bombing a lot of areas. They've been doing all sorts of fucked up shit. They got Nazis in their military. So. Of course, then again, I'm sure like that's illegal for me to even say. Police are going to come arrest me later. You didn't support the Ukraine without any reservations, and you're in California. This is unacceptable.
Yeah. Clearly, you're a Nazi.
Yep, must be. That's how it works. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, if you get a chance later, you should watch that video of the Mr. Girl one interviewing the Russian dude that works at the University of Oregon or whatever.
Oh,
it's pretty
yeah,
interesting because he lays it out. He lays it out pretty well, dude.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was that one or not, but it was something about like there was protests, and this was years ago, and whatever happened changed, and then like I guess the Muslims started protesting, and they just started fucking them up, like because they weren't white. Like it's like pretty fucking blatant racism going on over there.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, there's also the Uyghur Muslims that they were basically like exterminating in all these other
in China. Yeah, in China. Yeah, fucking A, dude. But yeah, in the Ukraine, apparently that shit happened, dude.
Not surprising. I mean, I'm just like, dictators are often kind of quite similar, so.
Yeah, it turns out they're not good at taking any criticism, constructive or otherwise.
Yeah, you're gonna want to not criticize fucking evil dictators with the guns in your nation, sir. The dictator's like, well, he was asking for it. Look at the clothes he was wearing.
Noise.
I'm almost done with this car. So close.
You still doing the power washing thing?
Yeah, you gotta power wash the car, man. I got paid to power wash this classic car. I can't just walk away from that.
I hear you, man.
However, I am probably guilty of wasting a lot of water. Because you can either, set the power washer to just always spray, like until you tell it to stop. Or you can, set it so when you press your mouse button, it sprays. And I'm a little too lazy to just, turn it off at any point because fuck it, who cares?
Oh man! All right, I just came across an interesting picture. This has got to be, I don't know if this is the whole Senate or just the House of Representatives. I assume it's wait, is eye patch guy? The fuck is the eye patch guy? The congressman with the eye patch that he lost
from
his
Texas.
eye
I know who you're
or
talking
whatever.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like dead center in that picture. But yeah, it's like the flag plus like the bottom half, I guess, is the Ukraine. What the Ukrainian flag looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the picture?
Yep.
I just posted it. Okay, cool. What the fuck, dude? Oh, Crenshaw. That's right. Dan Crenshaw.
Senator Crenshaw.
It was literally like the next thing below that fucking picture. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wow. Styx has an interesting point. It says most of the American leftoids with their Ukrainian flags in their bios here have never put the U.S. flag there. That is probably true. Because we're awful. This country is fucking horrible.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Oh, God. Pierce Morgan. What a fucking insufferable fucking prick.
Oh, if he's saying it, it's wrong. I don't even have to know what it is.
Yeah. Well, this is some smarmy bullshit. He says the anti-vax brigade seem particularly worried about a nuclear war. He says, not sure why. Surely they'll just rely on their superior natural immunity.
Yeah, because those are the same thing.
Yeah, he's a fucking prick, dude.
Like, if you're gonna make an obnoxious commentary, could you at least have some idea, like have some sort of rational fucking thing going on here? Because it's like, it's just so fucking weird.
Ah, fuck. Mark Normand. You know who Mark Normand is, the stand-up comic?
Didn't ring a bell.
Yeah, he's actually pretty fucking funny. But he says a comedian, because obviously the guy that's in charge over there is like a comic actor or whatever, the Ukrainian president. He says a comedian leading a country through war is still less crazy than one having regular sex with Kim Kardashian.
I thought Kim Kardashian was married to Kanye West.
Yeah, well, they're divorcing. She's with Pete Davidson now.
Oh,
the SNL, Pete
that's
Davidson,
rather
right?
strong language. I don't know that I'd call him a comedian.
Yeah, he's all right. I mean, I've definitely. He catches a lot of shit, and I don't know that his level of popularity doesn't necessarily match how funny he is. Like, he is way more popular than his comedic talents would lend you to believe. But he actually is. He actually can be fucking funny, at least. And he catches a lot of shit. I don't know that his
I'll have to take your word
outsized
for it.
popularity.
I've never seen him
Yeah,
be
his
funny before,
outsized.
so
Yeah, no, I've heard some of his old stand-up, dude. He's not bad, dude. But again, he should not be anywhere near as popular as he is. But he's not completely fucking worthless as a comic. Yeah, I think he catches a lot of shit because he is more popular than he should. Way more popular than he should be. And I don't
like
know
he
that
just
that's his.
managed to luck it, like sort of like Jimmy Fallon. Like Jimmy Fallon would make sense as like a local TV host somewhere, but like
Yeah, yeah.
as the Tonight Show host, it's kind of like, well, that's kind of insulting that you would think anybody would watch him on purpose like that.
Mm, yeah, yeah. He kind of fucking sucks. Yeah, now looking back on him constantly breaking character doesn't. It seems like it was a deliberate thing when you look back on it. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't natural that he was breaking character. Like he was doing it on purpose and start laughing during a sketch or whatever.
Uh, well, he's making good money. I can't blame him on that. Like if I had the option, if I obviously would never be worthy of hosting a show like that, I'd still take the fucking money.
Yeah.
All right, the door hinges.
Gad Sad brought up the question I threw out towards the end of last week's episode, basically saying, is it a coincidence that Putin waited until Biden became president to invade? Because if Trump's still president, I don't think fucking Putin, I don't think Putin invades.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Absolutely not. There was a oh, what do you call it? Live stream where it was Biden was going to come on and talk about Ukraine. And somebody put up the person who ran the live stream put up a little question where it was like, if Trump was president, would there be an invasion or no? And it was like 95% said no. Like virtually the entire audience was like, no, that definitely wouldn't have happened that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know who Jack Posobiec is?
No.
Actually, I'm not 100% sure what he does. But dude, he fucking actually claimed on, I don't know if it's his podcast or whatever the fuck it was, but he basically claimed that he's a CIA operative and that doing his little show or whatever he does is part of the CIA op and he's a spy. And I'm like, there's no fucking way you would say that if you were actually, you know what I mean? Why the fuck would you?
Yeah, that does seem one of those things that would be like really fucking stupid.
Yeah, dude, like on Archer, they made fun of that kind of shit. Like he was literally like Archer would like get his partners killed because he'd be like, hey, he'd be like drunk at a bar or something. Hey, tell these guys that we're agents, that we're spies or whatever. And he'd be on speakerphone, and the other guy would be somewhere with like all the whatever group he had infiltrated, hearing everything Archer's saying, and fucking he just kept getting his fucking partners killed doing that shit.
And I think I've seen that. I watched a couple of episodes of Archer.
Dude, Archer is fucking. I haven't watched him. I don't even know if it's still going. But
it's not. It's over as far as I know.
Dude, the first few seasons, or at least the first two, definitely were fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I watched like maybe the first 5 or 6 episodes. And I gotta say, it wasn't half bad.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. It's pretty good, I guess. I like pretty much all of it, but yeah, I don't know if it was ever as good after the first couple seasons, but it was always pretty decent. Yeah. I think they had to change it because the name of their fucking spy agency was ISIS.
Oh,
And that was, you know what I mean? As soon as that old shit happened, they like,
that's
wrote in some shit that where that wasn't a fucking group anymore.
yeah, that wasn't gonna work out after the whole ISIS attacking thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Is somebody else in the chat? I'm hearing like weird low pitched
Uh,
robot noises.
oh shit! A fucking motorcycle just went by. Is that it? Would that be
Oh,
it?
that must be it. Okay, yeah.
Archer, what went wrong? I gotta watch that later. Save to watch later. Yeah, I'm trying to find the fucking clip of just that him outing his fucking partners, but
Oh
I'm
yeah,
obviously not.
yeah. He did that in one of the episodes where he was like the guy was just hanging out and he's just like talking about being an agent, and then the guy's like dead. The next scene, like he just horribly fucking murdered.
Yes. Oh, damn it.
Oh,
But
this is.
yeah, I guess that most of the the later years were not nearly as good as the early years.
Well, you know, it's one of those things. It's easy to start, hard to keep it going. Oh, you know what? The other thing about the power wash thing that works for me, the sound of the running water is good for my tinnitus. It kind of helps to block that out.
All right.
So it's very soothing to like the ringing in my ears as well.
Yeesh. That sucks, man.
Oh, the tinnitus? Yeah, no, I'm not a fan. Definitely not a fan. 0 out of 10. Would
Right.
not recommend.
Not recommend.
Do not recommend. Do not try at home. Yeah, a lot of people seem to think it's really cool. But they're wrong. Oh god! Apparently, a bunch of people freaked out over some speaker in like a university talking about how like he didn't think like little boys should get sex changes. Children, you know, not okay, and a bunch of feminists like freaked the fuck out. But I was like, I just don't even care. Like, I'm not even gonna get too far into this because like it's a day that ends in Y, I guess.
All right.
At least the speaker was able to go to the university and actually talk to people and hopefully break through some fucking psychos like brains and like be like, oh, maybe this is a terrible plan. Maybe we should be giving hormones to children and mutilating their fucking bodies the rest of their natural life because, you know, at 5 years old they wanted to be a girl. You know, maybe that's not a good fucking plan.
Yeah, that's the scary thing is it's going to fucking keep happening for a while before the evidence that it's a fucking horrible idea. You know what I mean? Like it's going to ruin a lot of kids' lives.
Yeah, well, and you know, especially the ones where it's like you can tell that the like there was a guy whose wife basically used the kid as a way to punish him. Like it was clearly like not even really for the kid. It was like because she was divorcing him and she knew it would hurt him and stuff. And it was just like, all right, that's kind of
convinced convinced their son that he was a girl, that he really wanted to be a girl.
Gonna go put their son through like hormone therapy and shit. And he couldn't get like any sort of court order to stop them or any of that. It was kind of like brutal.
Yeah, I would not mind seeing fucking actual laws put in place that prevented that shit before, before they're adults, essentially.
Yeah, for real. It is. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you should really not be getting any sort of sex change until you're like in your mid-20s. I don't think.
Mm. Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah, and obviously
similar to drinking. You shouldn't be doing that while drinking. I would be more inclined to let you drink earlier than I would be to let you get sex change. But
right. Yeah. And that's the thing. I think somebody like got fucking essentially canceled for saying like it's impossible for there to be naturally this many more people with the body dysmorphia, because obviously there's a huge uptick in reported cases of people that are kids that are supposed to have gender dysphoria.
yeah, oh yeah,
The dude pointed it out, like, this is statistically impossible for there to be this many more cases so quickly. Because what
yeah.
is it,
The
like one and a
numbers
half
just
times?
don't bear out. It's not like that's going to increase. The weird
Yeah,
thing is how many
but yeah,
people
I
are
think it
like
goes from,
want to treat it not just like, oh, okay, whatever, like that's just your thing. Like I don't, I'm not gonna be mean to you or treat you like shit, but into like this like magical fairyland, beautiful thing that you've done, and you should, uh, you should be like given like free money, and everybody should bake you a pie because you're so fucking special. Nonsense,
yeah,
like that's the part I don't get. Like, all right,
yeah,
you want to
it's fucked
change
up.
your gender? Big whoop. I don't give a shit. Like, are you
Yeah,
didn't make you not an asshole? If you were an asshole to start with, you're still an asshole. And, I don't really feel like you should get a
yeah,
prize or a fucking medal like you've done something important.
yeah. There's no need to fucking announce it on social media. Like, you want to tell the people that are actually in your life, fine.
That give a shit, sure. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have a cousin. His daughter became a guy. The whole surgery did the whole. If you're willing to get the whole surgery like in the bottom, I'll call you whatever you want. That's obviously you're committed, and I'm not gonna fucking argue.
Right. Yeah, after that committed, yeah, I definitely believe you.
But it's not like you're the guy at the Walmart who's wearing like a muumuu with a beard, and he's like got some lipstick on. It's like
Mm. Yeah, you remember that Milo kid?
Milo
Um,
Yiannopoulos.
no, the kid. I forget what the fuck his last name.
Oh yeah,
Her
yeah,
last
yeah,
name
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That one. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, the
he
one
was
that
in
was like
Texas
born a
last I
girl,
heard.
through the boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it could
didn't want to
be.
do any
They
like
obviously they
actual
both seem adult.
surgeries or anything.
Yeah, but yeah, you could really tell, like, in that case, you're like, no, you're just a confused fucking, mixed up kid.
You're a mixed up kid
you
who's
know.
been humored and who probably has other mental health issues that are not being treated properly,
Yeah,
and
yeah. But
should
yeah, that
probably be
was
getting
one
some
case
help
where
and
like,
not like encouragement. You should be getting to a therapist. And,
mm, yeah, let's see, because I think they're actually born female, right? And they thought they were male,
yes,
or the gender dysphoria. Yeah,
yes.
but
I think
yeah,
a
if
lot
they
of that was just
mixed up,
attention
it might end up being a
seeking as well
lesbian.
as some other social
Yeah,
disorders.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, that one was rough because you felt sorry for him because you're like, you're obviously getting this weird feedback from the leftoids telling you fucking, yeah, start taking hormones, fucking change, change the gender.
It's like you should be
When
working with a
it's really
therapist
on.
and basing your decisions off of what you and your therapist have figured out is the best choice for you. Not
Yeah, yeah, not surgery. That's
not a bunch of fucking sycophants on the internet. Like
yeah.
have you ever read the chat in some of these like lady streamer and not even just like the slutty ones, not like fucking what's her name? Yeah, Amaranth or Pokimane or whatever, the ones that are like they're there to sell sex in some form or another. Like
Yeah,
Pokimane
yeah,
claims that she's not, but she's clearly like there to sell like the girl next door thing, the sexual girl next
yeah,
door. And
yeah.
then
That one's
Amaranth is like the whore next door. The one that's
right.
like, oh yeah, the one who slept with pretty much everybody so far. Yeah, yeah, that's her. But some of the fucking comments are just insane, dude. Like, oh, I just got a new job. I'm so happy I have more money to donate to you, my goddess, and shit like that. And you're just like, dude,
Mm,
this guy's got fucking problems.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
you
That
so
is fucking
perfect, you
sad.
deserve all this $50 that I'm throwing your way, so that you'll like read this comment for half a second. But man,
Yeah,
it gets
yeah.
unhinged. Oh, what was when I
It's fucking
saw
sad.
the girl was on there bitching and moaning about some bullshit, like shit that basically they caused themselves, and they, are fucking too dumb to figure out that maybe you shouldn't keep doing that kind of dumb shit. And one of the guys was typed in, "Hey, vent to me. I'm used to people just leaving me so you can vent and then just disappear, and it won't matter to me at all."
Jesus, dude. It's so fucking sad, dude. I
I'm
feel
just
bad
like,
for him,
my
man.
God, man. Like, number one,
Yeah.
if you genuinely wanted her to vent to you, which I can't imagine why you would want, it's not the way to go, because no woman is going to read that and go, "Oh, that's a hot guy." Any woman would read that and go like, "There's something wrong with you." Like,
What? Yeah, I'm looking at the chat now. What the fuck? The Samuel Smith one? There's two of them now. What the fuck? Wait, Lola Thompson, HG, and fucking Samuel Smith. All right, I'll block them, dude. Do we report and remove or just remove them?
if they're the spam, I guess report and remove, just because I guess it'll help to get them so that they're not popping up on other people's stuff. But I don't know how that works, man.
Right, right.
It might be. I'm like, that might be basically pointless, but
Yeah, it's worth the effort. Oh, like I guess when you report them, it automatically removes them. It looks like. I assume
oh,
it's
there
because
you
the
go.
wrench. Yeah, anybody with the wrench, I guess, can do it. I assume.
Yep.
And everybody's got wrenches here, so yeah, don't fuck up one of these times and give a fucking wrench to one of these.
I don't
That
know
could
if
be
they could do
disastrous.
anything with it though.
Yeah, you never
Also, I
know.
doubt that they would even like. I imagine that's not even like written in. Like, I doubt they would ever do anything
Yeah,
with it, because they'd just be like,
yeah, that's true. Yeah. You never know, though. What the fuck? Why is it background? Okay,
yeah,
I guess I am gonna have to remove you.
yay,
Take that, spam fucking bots.
yeah, and not like the delicious spam that you make with your breakfast. Just 'cause,
Oh, God.
that spam pretty good when making breakfast. It's not bad. I mean, it's not the best
Yeah,
breakfast meat, but it's up there.
yeah. I prefer sausage or bacon or ham. Any pork, really.
Yep, I'm 100% agree. Like real
That's the
bacon, real
proper.
sausage, real ham would definitely be better. But spam's not terrible, and if you're gonna eat spam, it really kind of
Mm,
works best with a breakfast kind of thing.
mm.
I did make a spam sandwich once, and I was like, that's not real great. Like, I don't think I'll ever want that again.
Fuck, dude! I was making the hamburgers the other night for me and my son, and I was trying to make them like real thin and pretty big. Uh, and they ended up shrinking up so fucking small, dude. It was like only taking up like 2/3 of the bun, maybe. I was like, God damn it.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It was literally like my son just kind of like at first he was trying to eat it and still eat the fucking the whole bun. And then eventually just ripped off the whole, area
All
around
the
the edges.
extra bun.
Yeah.
Like,
Although I
no,
made them
I'm
the
just
next
gonna
night.
fucking drop
Yeah,
this extra fun
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah. Like the next afternoon, I made them proper size. They turned out great, but yeah, that first one they tasted fine. But yeah, it just wasn't enough of them. Because I'm like, look, man, I'll just cut it in half and fucking, you'll have like one and a half of them that should make a full. That should cover the whole bun. He's like, no, I'll just eat it.
Yeah. Ooh, I know when I made sliders, I used Hawaiian rolls. I was
No, the real
super
sweet
proud
one.
of myself for sizing all of the patties for all of the sliders properly, so that when they shrank, they fit in perfectly.
Yeah, mine were like probably a little bit. No, actually, they probably would have been about the right size for that. Now that I think about it. Yeah, or the potato buns. I love the fucking potato rolls or potato
Yes.
buns. Yeah, we have a brand. I don't know if it's the same brand where you're at. There's a brand called Aunt Hattie's.
No, we don't have that.
Yeah, those are fucking really good. The hot dog buns, the hamburger buns, or the actual like dinner roll type.
Well, I'm a fan of
Yeah,
potato
shit.
buns. Yeah, potato buns are definitely good.
Yeah,
Not and
yeah.
like
I
also
love the
potato
rolls.
bread, like any potato product. I can't go.
Yeah, yeah. It definitely. Not sure what it is about them, but man, so fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
I like
never
the
made
rolls. Pick
potato
the
bread though.
rolls. Yeah, the rolls with like make them into little sandwiches, like little sliders with like ham, like from like a spiral cut ham or
Oh
something.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, it sucks because my son doesn't like. Well, he does like he kind of likes sausage and bacon, but not really. But doesn't like ham like at all.
Oh, weird.
So again, incredibly rare
Yeah,
that
that's one of
I
those things.
actually
Like
make
almost
that shit.
everybody likes ham. Like, why would you not want ham?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Some
had a
people
buddy of
don't.
mine that
Some
didn't like
people.
chocolate. That was one of the ones I thought
Wow.
was fairly rare.
Wow. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he fucking hated chocolate. Would not eat it. Was
That's
not a fan.
horrible. Yeah, I don't think I've ever met anybody who didn't like chocolate on some level.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I don't like chocolate cake, but any other form of chocolate, I
Oh, he
fucking
also
love.
claimed that he didn't masturbate, which as an adult male, I mean, it's hard to believe. I think
Yeah.
he and I were
Yeah.
like about 19, 20 years old at the time.
Yeah, that seems unlikely.
Yeah.
I guess those people exist, but I don't believe anybody who says that.
Somewhere out there is somebody who that's true for, but it's probably not you. They're probably
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
catatonic in a fucking psychiatry ward somewhere,
Yeah.
which is why they don't
No, I
masturbate,
believe
because
those people
they're
exist.
physically incapable of doing it, and
Yeah.
otherwise they probably would. So
All right. I have no hands. I don't know. I think you could still find a way. I think I would still find a way, even
well,
if
if they're
my hands were
catatonic,
severed somehow.
it's not a case of having hands or not. They're physically incapable of movement.
Yeah, you're just fucking done. Yeah.
So
I was watching this old video from like, I don't know, maybe the 40s or the 50s of the catatonic. I think they called it catatonic or schizophrenia or something like that.
yeah.
And it was fucking weird. They would just not um, be able to respond, or like the guy would like take them by the wrist and put their hand up in the air and let go, and they would just leave their hand where it was, their arm like up and hand up. Fucking bizarre, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And catatonic
Because
is
yeah, he was
weird.
going through. There's like three of
There
them.
are some cases of catatonic where the person can move if they're listening to music.
Oh wow,
So
that's
like,
fucking crazy.
yeah. So like they'll have to basically like always be in a room with like music playing.
Wow.
And they're
Yeah,
not sure. They're not
schizophrenia. I
sure
guess.
why. Like they don't even really know. Like they don't even know the mechanism where that why that would work. It's one of those things. Like, well, it
Yeah,
works, so we do
yeah.
it, but we don't really know
We don't know
why.
why, but it works.
Yeah,
Okay.
but fuck it, right? Like
Yeah,
I mean, who cares why? If it works, it
yeah,
works.
yeah, exactly. Like we can keep trying to figure it out, but in the meantime,
Let's just keep
we're just
doing
glad
that
we
because
found
obviously
something.
music is pretty harmless. God,
What the
imagine being
fuck?
one of those people. Like you wouldn't want to live alone because, like, what if your fucking Walkman runs out of batteries one day?
Yeah, yeah. You just sit there and starve to death, dude.
Yep.
Slowly fucking starve to death because there's no music to help you
You'd
move.
die of thirst before you starved by a rather
Oh
substantial
yeah,
amount.
yeah, that's true. Either way, it's gonna be a fucking unpleasant
Yeah, no,
experience,
it
I
would
would
not be
imagine.
pleasant.
Yeah. Although maybe not. Maybe they're just not even aware of it. If they're that catatonic.
One would hope. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Entirely
Yeah. I
possible.
don't know. Either way, man. Schizophrenia. Dude.
Oh,
Fucking
schizophrenia in
horrible
general
thing
is
to have
pretty
to deal
bad.
with.
Schizophrenia is not what causes
Yeah.
catatonic. Or
Yeah.
it can be, I think, but
I think that,
it's
yeah.
generally it's just like being delusional, hearing voices, seeing things that aren't there.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, that video was very old, so they probably lumped it into schizophrenia back then, I'm imagining.
Oh, they could be related.
Oh, no. Right, right.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't ever dealt with anybody with catatonic issues, so.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There was an artist guy. Um, who basically like his therapist like encouraged him to kind of document, keep a journal of like how the schizophrenia was fucking with him, like how much he was taking, what the doses were, and then basically again what he was dealing with in his head. Because
Yeah, like what
basically
he was
he thought,
seeing and hearing.
yeah, he essentially thought that his brain waves, he was transmitting brain waves out to people, and people were picking it up and reading his mind. I guess that's not that unusual.
That's really standard.
Um,
Yep, that's an extremely
yeah,
common one.
yeah, yeah. But then he was, they also think that people are obviously, the reverse is true too. That people are broadcasting shit into their mind.
Also very common.
But yeah, he was an art. He's an artist. Although, dude, if you look that up, man, something about being schizophrenic makes you a hell of a fucking artist.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Like,
I've seen a
like any
lot. I'm
other
like,
group of people,
oh,
man. I've seen people who have schizophrenia who can draw exceptionally well, and people with schizophrenia that could not really draw stick figures. Like.
yeah. I don't know. The ones I've seen, I'm like, dude, this looks like fucking amazing. Like it's disturbing. The art is generally pretty fucking disturbing. But yeah, I'm like that seems like I'm not an art critic or anything, but that seems like pretty good quality work.
Yeah. Maybe it's a little more common
Can't not
for
remember.
artistic bent in those particular
There we
mental
go.
health issues.
Brian Charnley, that's the guy's name. The guy I was thinking of. But yeah. Yeah, like I said, some of the shit he was thrown out there, because it'll basically be a picture of him and like, little waves coming off his head of him broadcasting his thoughts or whatever.
Yeah, man, you can tell him to stop. I don't want to hear anymore.
Yeah.
Where do I write him to say that? Dear Mr. Chomley, please stop putting your thoughts in my head. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, he offed himself at some point, so.
Oh, well.
Which is apparently, what I understand, not that uncommon for people with schizophrenia as well.
Yeah, the instances of suicide and stuff are definitely a lot higher.
Yeah.
If somebody says they're feeling suicidal where I work, like, we always take that seriously, and it kicks off a whole big set of things that happen in order to, like, prevent or at least attempt to prevent any actual suicide.
Yeah, because you can almost tell if it's almost like you're pretty sure that it's just attention seeking, but you can't take the risk of assuming that kind of shit.
Oh, there's times when you
Or mentally
absolutely
ill
know,
people.
this is what this person does every time they're bored. Like you know for a
Yeah,
fact that
but you
is.
still, but you still have to treat it seriously, though, right?
Yep.
I mean, you still
Yeah,
have
we
to
have
go
to call
through
our
all the shit.
manager. They're in line of sight, so we can't let them leave our line of sight. Like basically, we just have to be around them for like until we have more staff. It's one of the reasons why, personally, I don't think we should maintain clients that have severe suicidality issues. Is because
Right,
oftentimes
right.
there's only one staff person and there's 12 clients.
Yeah. Jeez.
So if somebody says they're suicidal, you basically have to like chain them to your fucking waist. And frankly, that's not always possible.
Right,
They go to the
right.
bathroom, somebody else has an emergency, there's only one person there. What are you going to do? So obviously,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just
that's
don't think we
rough,
should deal with
man.
those clients. Like, just send them to the
Yeah,
institution or some other program where they have proper staffing that they can deal with.
yeah, fucking A, man.
Yep. But
Yeah, as
most of
soon
the
as I
time, when
claim
you're
that,
dealing with somebody who's like suicidality, it's usually impulses to suicide.
right, right.
Yeah, so you got to talk them through that impulse essentially, and usually they'll be fine in like an hour.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, does that ever happen in any places you work? Anybody actually off themselves at the place?
Hmm. I don't think suicide, though somebody did die.
Oh, wow. All right. I don't need any specifics. I assume you can't really do
I mean, as long as I
specifics
don't say their
anyway.
name or give me any identifiable information, it doesn't matter. Um,
Right, right.
like people like huff the fucking air cans and paint cans.
Right,
He
right.
was he was huffing an air can and had a heart attack. And he was like
Damn.
up in his like late 70s, so well, not late 70s, early 60s. It was because we can't take clients over 65. So if you go over 65 in one of our programs, you're out. And he was like I think 63 or 64 or something like that. So
Getting in that
he was
area.
definitely just not of an age where you can still do that safely. Not that it's
Yeah,
safe ever to
yeah,
huff fucking paint and shit like that, but I mean, at that age, it's real not fucking safe.
yeah, 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 yeah. I knew a dude in recovery when I was at the sober livings that did the like the keyboard cleaners. They would do inhale like the keyboard cleaner shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. He was huffing one of those fucking keyboard cleaners from the office supply store that you got. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's crazy. If that's the shit you're addicted to, yeesh.
Yep. And it's cheap
Yeah.
and easy to get anywhere. Like, Office Depot isn't going to be like, hey, you buy an awful lot of these, compressed cans of air.
Mm,
So, just what it is. It was unfortunate. He got a hold of them, and the staff didn't know he had them. Staff, it was nobody's fault but his own, really. So, I mean, it was sad. He was a nice guy. Like, he wasn't a terrible guy or anything. You know, I feel bad for the staff member because I'm sure they had some guilt over that, and they really shouldn't have. But they're only human. It's kind of hard to divorce yourself from that kind of guilt. Especially because a lot of the people there don't really understand that, like, you can't make someone's choices for them. So you can't be responsible for their decisions. Even if their decisions are absolutely fucking nuts because of, like, schizophrenia or something. If we had a client who we eventually got into a locked program similar to the kind of programs we run, but it was locked. So he would be a lot safer there because one of his things was he would walk out into like the freeway and try to direct traffic as like a priest. So like you know, we did the best to keep him in the house. We had like a motion sensor alarm on the walkway in front of the house, so if he was running, we'd know. Uh, but at the end of the day, like, you know, you can't stop him if he does it, you know, or if you can't stop him every time. Like, you can't always know because there's all these other clients you got to work with.
Oh, fuck, dude!
So,
This app it just kicked me off, dude. I just barely rejoined.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that game I play, dude. It fucking shuts shit down, dude. It's bizarre. I gotta fucking see if there's some kind of permissions I have to deny on this thing. Because like a lot of times I'll like minimize the YouTube videos and I'll like because you can scoot it almost all the way off the screen, the little mini box or whatever that the
Yeah.
video is playing. So I'll put it I'll put it down to the smaller size, put it off to the side where it's barely like just a little slivers on the screen. And I never have the issue with any other apps. But on this one, like I don't know, after like 4 or 5 minutes, it just fucking it shuts down. It doesn't happen with any other app that I use.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird.
I know I've got a Mahjong game on my phone. Like, I got one of the free Mahjong or whatever, the tile matching
Mahjong,
thing.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And every time it has a new level, it shuts the app down.
Yeah, that's
So I got rid of that. I'll
uh,
find another one because fucking no.
yeah, yeah, that's some bullshit.
It doesn't play any ads or anything. Like, it's not like it turns on and plays an ad every time. It just,
Yeah, yeah.
shuts down, and you're like, well, that's really annoying.
Yeah, that is not a nice feature to have.
Yeah, it does play ads, just not like every time it starts up. Although maybe that's why it shuts down. I don't know.
Yeah,
Man,
doing that just so you can fucking yeah, play another ad. Let's crash it, so we have to do it again. Open it up.
yeah, really, that
Play
would be pretty
another
fucked up.
ad. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But yeah, it is what it is. Man, this fire station's going to be clean, sir. Uh, I will say this about the pressure washing simulator.
Uh,
Uh, my God, these things are filthy. Like,
yeah,
I
oh,
don't
the
know what
place
happened, if I'm in some sort of weird post-apocalyptic town, but Jesus Christ. Like, I don't know how these buildings got that dirty.
Yeah, it's like they're hoarders, but the only thing they hoard is fucking trash.
Well, you're only cleaning the outside of the building, but, like, the outside of the building
Oh,
is
right.
dark black with, like, dirt.
Just covered. Fucking, it was fucking
Like
crazy.
they took the building four-wheeling.
Just covered in grime everywhere somehow.
Yeah, like an insane level of dirt. You're like,
Yeah.
the
Like
fuck
there's a mudslide.
did you paint your house with mud before I came over, sir? Was this your
Oh,
plan?
fuck.
Because
Yeah,
that's
there was a
a lot
mudslide a
of
few years
fucking
back.
dirt.
And, yeah, a mudslide came through and they just never bothered cleaning it off.
Yeah, because any house, even if you don't clean your outside of your house, like, rain and wind and, stuff like that are going to do something. But
naturally
Jesus.
naturally wash it away.
Yeah. Well, that and only so much can stick to your wall,
Right.
Whereas
It's like
in
you're
this
gluing
game,
the mud
like,
back on.
an awful lot stuck to the wall, sir.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah. Such a fun game, though. I don't know why it's so satisfying to play this, either. Like, I understand, like, you think it's kind of an odd thing to enjoy, but there's just something weirdly satisfying about watching the dirt just get like pressure washed off as you're like moving your little, scrolling your mouse. And you can buy like equipment and change nozzles, so you have like different levels of spray width. Although the wide nozzles don't seem to do much like cleaning, you kind of have to use the thin nozzles so the dirt just doesn't come off. Right now I'm cleaning an old firehouse. Oh, are you still there, or did you get kicked off again? Oh, am I alone? Oh, I'm not hearing anybody else.
Yeah, it kicked me off again, dude.
Oh, okay.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Yeah, it's getting, dude, that wasn't even like a couple minutes, dude. Usually lets me run for like 4 or 5 before it starts shutting shit down on me.
Yeah, you
All
might
right.
want to find out what that is. That's really annoying. Is it a cell phone
Yeah.
game?
Yeah, it's the mobile game that I play, the Top War or whatever.
Oh, the one with the troops you got to send for the marches.
Yeah, I just sent them all out to farm though, so I don't have to fucking, go out to gather the food and the oil and all that shit. So now I don't have to mess with it until
For a
after the
while.
show. Yeah. Plus, it's gathering day anyway, so like
Whatever,
each day.
whatever that means. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
well,
assume
each day
bonuses
there's
to
a
gathering
specific.
certain things.
Yeah, each day has a different like little event like that. Like today, it's how much you gather. You know, whoever gathers the most shit, wins, and you get whatever place you are in. As usual, the prizes get lower and lower as you go down. But like I can usually finish in the top 3 without much effort.
Oh wow, that's not bad.
Yeah, like some other days it'll be training days. Some days it'll be attacking this one kind of enemy. Next day is attacking this other kind of enemy. If you attack the most, obviously you win. Or yeah, building up your power totals, all that kind of stupid shit. It's the same every day. Like they have obviously 7 events, one for each day of the week, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other events going on at the same time, but
So like
those are the
Wednesday
ones that
is
happen
always gathering day, I would assume. Not Wednesday, Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah. Yeah, like what is it? Tuesdays attacking little Warhammer things. Dude, the really funny thing about this game is like almost everything is like a ripoff of something. Like the one enemies again on Tuesdays, you're attacking Warhammers. What's the game? It's called Warhammer like 40K or something, right? There's a
Yeah.
game called Warhammer 40K. All
Yeah,
right.
Warhammer
Well, the
40K.
Warhammers in this game, their official title is Warhammer 4K.
Yeah, that's somebody gonna get sued.
Yeah, yeah, and then like I think it's like once a month there's it's called Alliance Defense, where basically like this enemy will attack you in waves, getting stronger and stronger, each wave for like 50 waves. Well, anyways, the little animated icon that they use for the enemy is a pretty blatant ripoff of like Doctor Robotnik from the Sonic games, like
Oh
with a little
no.
contraption that he flies around in. And then the name of that character is, it's not Dr. Robotnik, but the name of it is Dr. Evil.
Wow, they're not really trying that hard.
Yeah, dude,
Does
it's
he ever
all of
get
it's
the Sonic
really
character
blatant.
pregnant?
Not that I know of, dude. No Sonichus from
Yeah, I
Chris
stumbled
Chan.
across a video where there's some sort of weird, hideous monster in Sonic, and Sonic gets the hideous monster, or Sonic, or somebody gets the hideous monster pregnant, and then whoever's doing the filming from
Yeah.
their perspective, like, eats the babies.
Dude, the fan
I don't.
fiction, and especially the
And it's
erotic fan
children's stuff.
fiction, yeah, it's disturbing. Like I said, the erotic fan fiction's got to be the fucking worst, dude.
Erotic fan fiction is fucking hilarious, though. And at
Well,
least it's not
it can be both.
intended for small children. Like, I don't, it's intended for
Right,
adults,
right.
so.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like you're gonna get lost in Shrek's swamp, and he's gonna come and make you his love slave or something.
Yeah. Oh, stuck porn. You get stuck in his fence, and the only way to get you out is for Shrek to fuck you out of it.
Oh yeah, thank you, Japan.
Dude, that shit's fucking funny.
I like when it's like the girl's got her
dude.
hand stuck in the sink or something, and it's like you're not even trying.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on, it's. I mean, it's not my thing, but it's just one of those things where it's like you're gonna do that. I want it to look a little more like realistic. It's funnier to watch.
Oh man. Yeah, get your pussy stuck in the sinkhole somehow.
Now that'd be fucking impressive, and I would watch the shit out of that. Just to see how they did that. Like wow, that's she's very flexible. My God.
Yeah, I really do love how absurd that shit is, dude.
Oh, the elevator one is the best. Like the elevator door closes and it's like barely touching them on either side, and they could clearly just turn sideways and like walk away. That Japanese lady stays there
and gets fucking rammed.
Just gets raped by whoever's in the office. He doesn't even know who it is. Just like, no, stop! Don't put your penis in me. And he's like, ah.
That's the only way to get you out, ma'am. That's the only thing I can think of. What else could I possibly do?
Like somebody gets stuck into the wall. It's like a teacher or an office worker ends up falling and going through the wall, but only halfway.
Yeah. There
was actually a real life rape that happened along those lines, dude. There was some traffic accident. Like the girl got ejected and stuck in like a tree. And some dude showed up and instead of helping her out, like, just raped her and left.
Fucking raped her. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, that's one of the more fucked up ones I've ever heard where I'm like, yeah, they should find and shoot that guy. Put him down.
Yeah. They should fucking torture him to death slowly, dude. Fuck, you're shooting him.
I don't see the point. They're going to be dead anyway. You're just wasting time and effort.
I don't know. I mean, if you're if they let like the person who got raped or them and their family do it, you know what I mean? Like that might give you some kind of fucking like some feeling of vindication, fucking closure, whatever.
I think it'd be better. I think that it'd be better for everyone involved if they just put the person down quickly and succinctly.
I don't know. I think they should have to suffer a little, dude. Doing something that fucking heinous.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm probably not going to agree on that one, I figure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. I mean, we agree on the important thing. That they should be put to death. That's the important thing.
Yeah, they should definitely die.
Especially the ones that fuck kids. That's 100%. Like, This is not equivocate or worry about like recidivism, because if they're dead, they can't offend a second time.
It's true, man.
All right, dude, this is some really nice tile for a roof, especially the roof of a firehouse. Do they make roofs out of tiles? I don't think I've ever seen a building where like the roof was like tile, like you see in a kitchen on the floor.
Like a house, like
yeah.
Like house tile, or like actually like floor type tile.
It looks like it looks like big floor tile, like almost like marble flooring.
What the fuck? Yeah, not a lot of fucking like commercial buildings or a firehouse with fucking
most roofs I've seen, especially of commercial buildings, are like tar paper and gravel. Because where we are in California, there's no
Yeah.
snow, so there's no reason to worry about, like, like they can be like flat roofs, like that's not a problem. You're not going to worry about like the snow
Yeah.
piling up and crashing through.
Yeah. Or melting and fucking bleed through or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I've just never seen any actual roofs like this. But in the game they have it, and you're like, that just seems kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Taking me
Like
out of the
there's
whole
a
immersion, man.
oh,
I was totally
I'm
absorbed in
not
the
worried about the
game.
immersiveness of it so much. It's just like I
Like,
figured they
why
did
would you
it
do
because
that?
it's more satisfying to clean like a really nice looking tile than it would be to
Yeah, just a
clean tar
fucking
paper.
flat roof. Yeah. Nice aesthetic choice.
Yeah, it looks pretty. It looks
Yeah.
pretty.
Much more satisfying to clean a tile roof than a tar paper roof, I would imagine.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Right now I'm just spraying down all the cleaner. So it'll all be easier to clean.
All right, gonna mute for a second.
Alrighty. We're being punished, chat. We don't get to hear him talk anymore. Oh, man. Anything else interesting going on in the world right now? I don't think there is. Of any use anyway.
Yeah, no, I was taking a piss, dude. I just didn't think that
No,
would be
I
good.
didn't. Yeah, I don't really care. Oh, somebody clipped
Fuck.
the Biden is clean and articulate for a black man kind of thing. Or before he
Yeah, oh
ran with
God.
Obama, Biden was like talking about him. He's like, well, for the first time, there's this clean and articulate black man. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, that was like what they used to do with Colin Powell back in the day. They're like, he speaks so well. Like, basically saying like
Jesus.
he doesn't talk like a fucking
It's like,
like a thug.
that's it's
It's
not all
amazing.
black people talk like that, right? It's just the
Right?
fucking
Apparently they
thugs and the
don't. They're
gangsters.
different.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
so fucking out of
It's like,
touch.
how do you
It's
not
like,
realize how bad that fucking sounds, dude?
yeah, that is one of those ones where you're like, dude, really? Like, y'all might want to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they're just leaving off the end part where they're like, for a black guy. Speaks so
Yeah,
well
y'all
for a
might want to
black guy.
reconsider that particular phrase, Mister Politician in the public eye all the time. Like,
Yeah. Well, that was back in what, like the 80s, was it? He was under like Bush Senior, I think. Or
yeah,
was
well,
it?
there's a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah.
footage of Biden saying the N word, and not in like any way that's even remotely excusable. Just
Yeah.
fucking a ton of
Wow.
times. Like he's used that word a lot, and he because he looks so
That's
old
fucking
and he's
amazing.
always looked kind of old. He's used that word a lot, and not that long ago. Like,
Wow. That's fucking insane, dude.
probably as recently as
I'm
like the
surprised that wasn't a
80s.
fucking. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, he's always. Seems like he's pretty much always been a fucking horrible person, dude.
Yeah, oh yeah. I love that like they cleaned up this incredibly racist dude and let him run with a black dude. Like,
All right. It was pretty funny, dude.
I'm sure Obama
Well,
really
I was forgetting
appreciated that. Like,
the.
this dude called me a nigger on multiple occasions. What the fuck is going on?
Did he actually? No, he didn't
I don't
refer to
think he ever referred
Obama.
to Obama as one, but I mean, he
Yeah,
used the word enough
yeah,
times about enough other people that are still relevant in politics.
yeah, yeah. I'm guessing Jesse Jackson, people like that. Al
I think
Sharpton.
at one point when what was the Clarence Thomas, the black Supreme Court justice? I'm
Oh,
getting the
the
name right,
Supreme
right?
Court. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's Clarence Thomas. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was in reference to Clarence Thomas a couple times. Because he was there to like to vote Clarence Thomas in or out, like his, you know.
Jesus, that's insane, dude. Because again, that was yeah, not really that long ago, dude. It's not like it was the fucking 50s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yep, pretty fucking ridiculous.
I gotta
Yeah, whereas
imagine
like
he's
you know they,
going
they did the
to
Joe Rogan supercut, and Joe Rogan's were all like you know in context were obviously not at all racist.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that still is bizarre to me that like you can't even say the word, you know what I mean? Like, even when you're
Well,
talking
I
about
just
it.
said the word, but yeah, no, I
Yeah.
know what you mean.
And yeah, it's like you know, you're not even calling anybody it. You're just again talking about, you know, the word nigger.
Yeah,
And you fucking the N-word.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, if you understand if
It's
you're fucking
about as
angrily calling
intelligent
someone a nigger.
as Voldemort as the He Who Shall Not Be Named in fucking Harry Potter. It's like you don't realize everybody sounds fucking ridiculous, and it's just dumb.
Right. Yeah, why don't you just say the V guy if you're gonna go with that? It's a lot
The
less
V
syllables
guy.
at least.
Yeah, it just serves no purpose other than to
Yeah.
make the person more powerful,
Mhm.
if nothing else than in your own mind.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, it's pretty fucking ridiculous, man. But yeah, I'm surprised none of that came out during the the fucking
Oh yeah, well, I mean the press isn't
uh
gonna out Biden.
yeah, of course
Yeah.
not. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, their
And
job
even
is
the alt
to
media is
only go after
not circling back.
Republicans and never give a shit about Democrats unless it's unfucking avoidable.
Yeah.
And so it's really easy
Yeah,
to
think about
go.
how much they didn't talk about fucking Hunter Biden's laptop situation.
Yeah. Well, that was one that literally would have changed the outcome of the election for a lot of people's votes.
Yeah, yeah.
There were a ton of
Yeah, there's
people
a
who
lot of
voted
things.
Biden who said like straight up like no, I never would have voted Biden had I known
Mhm.
about that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, man.
And arguably that's one where a lot of people I think had the right to know about that before they voted. Like they
Yeah,
should have been like
absolutely.
required to inform people because it was treason essentially.
Yeah, and especially when you had Biden literally saying to the press back then, or about the Ukraine, like, yeah, I told him I was going to withhold the $1 billion until they fired that guy that was investigating.
Yep. Literal felonies going on.
Yeah, literally fucking.
Well, because you using aid
Yeah,
as like withholding aid as the vice president is like a felony. Like, it's not
yeah,
like not
yeah.
even.
It should be impeachable.
Yeah, it is a serious offense, even though it's not like regardless of the fact that he was
Yeah,
doing it for personal gains has nothing to do with it. Like it didn't even matter if it was for personal gains or not.
yeah, 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 exactly.
It's against our laws, like to do that just in
Uh,
general.
right.
And he's bragging
Yeah,
about it.
is
And like
it?
it's like Hillary openly admitted to fucking having her email out like in the public, and it's like that's a felony. Like she just openly announced committing felonies. It's like you can't.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and remember the fucking FBI? It was Comey or whatever. It was like, well, it wasn't. I don't think it was her intent. And I'm like, well, the way the law is written, intent does not matter at all.
Yeah. That's one of the
You know what I
laws where
mean?
intent is immaterial to the crime. Like, it doesn't matter if you intended it to be bad or not. It's such an important thing that we've determined that
Yeah,
you go to jail regardless.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's so fucked up that yeah, they won't ever be prosecuted for all this fucked up shit. Because they think it'll be fucking viewed as like politically motivated or
Oh,
whatever the
well,
fuck.
the thing is, like, I'm torn on that. I agree that they should have probably gone to jail for it, but I do kind of understand also, on the other hand, that you can't just have police arresting and putting anybody in jail who's like a politician. Because,
Right,
like,
right. Yeah, it
then it's
opens
like
up.
there's some problems with, Florida doesn't like this president and they send a sheriff to go arrest him or something. I mean, he comes to visit
Right, right.
Florida and they just put him in jail. Like, I mean, that's a problem. So,
Mhm. Like, yeah, he
I
dropped a napkin. Napkin. Arrest that man for littering.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. And it's like
I can
you
see
have some
the
serious issues.
slippery. Yeah, I see the slippery slope aspect of that, dude, for sure.
The one with Hillary Clinton, that really had nothing to do with politics. That was like legitimately, like, she was under investigation for other crimes. I think that one she should have been definitely gone to jail for. The
Yeah,
Biden one, I
yeah,
don't know. I think that's something that, like, maybe should have gotten them impeached if we had, like.
yeah. I was wondering, is it possible to impeach a vice president? I assume it has to be. I just assume it's never really been done because, you
I would
know,
imagine the process is similar to impeaching the president. Actually,
yeah,
I'm sure it's quite
yeah,
possible to impeach
yeah,
the vice president.
yeah, most likely, yeah. Yeah, and at least censure him, dude. You know what I mean? At least
Yeah.
fucking publicly shame him or something, man. Fuck.
Yeah, that actually would be better. Like, you end his political career by publicly shaming him and be like, "Look, this is not
Mhm.
how America does business. If we're going to give aid, we're going to
Mhm.
give aid. If we're not, we're not. But you don't get to withhold aid
Yeah,
to force political favors out of,
yeah,
like,
for
our
any
fucking
reason.
allies. Like, that's not okay."
Yeah. Well, that's a thing, man. Like politicians used to resign when shit like that would happen. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And nowadays they don't anymore.
Well, because nobody has the money to run against them, so it's not like Joe the plumber down the street can't, like, go talk to a bunch of his neighbors and go run for Congress because no one's gonna. It takes all this money to get into office
Yeah.
now,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is a problem, as we can all fucking clearly see.
Yeah. So it is like the one good thing that Chunk Yogurt is trying to do with his little wolf pack bullshit, trying to
Yeah, I
get
mean, I
money
don't know
out of
how
politics.
successful it'll be, but I can respect the attempt to get money out of politics.
Yeah. Yeah. I assume he doesn't give a shit anymore. You know what I mean? Like he still like has the thing
Yeah, you know
going,
what?
probably just to
Honestly, I
collect
don't
money.
know if Chunk Yogurt is still involved in that. So I do get emails from the Wolfpack, but they may not still be associated with the Young Turks. I know they were when they started, but
Yeah,
I could
yeah,
not
that
tell
was
you. It's
his
been a
thing,
long
man.
time.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's too busy. Uh,
Counting his money
because who
from
is
the
it?
Russian oligarchs.
Yeah, or the what is it? Because I think it's Al Jazeera that sponsors him now.
Oh, that's right.
Or
Yeah,
is
it's
that a my?
the Muslim terrorist group that he fucking pays in. I
Mhm.
forget.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I think he actually was, at one point when he started anyway, like a legitimately fucking a guy that was actually trying to do some good. And then that happened, and he's like, "Wow, I have all this money to not do any of that kind of shit anymore, and just be a mouthpiece for fucking Al Jazeera." Yeah, I can't piss them off.
Yep. Scumbag
Yeah, it's
motherfucker.
definitely fucking disgusting now.
Yeah, sad. Well, that's what money does. It fucking corrupts everyone, it seems like.
Yeah. Yep, unfortunately, man.
I mean, honestly, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could turn down, like, 50,000 a year to fucking turn our whatever excuse this is. I don't know if you call this, like, a real podcast. Whatever the fuck this is that we do.
Yeah. I
Into,
hear
like,
you.
propaganda and shit. It's like, I mean, 50,000 a year or something? That's not even asking a lot for a lot of what these people are making.
Yeah, yeah, they're making fucking millions. Yeah, I might
Yep.
be able to turn down the 50 grand a year, but yeah, there's definitely a price at which I'd be like, I might have to take the fucking money.
Trans rights or human rights. Yay.
Yeah, give me a couple mil a year and I'll fucking talk about how, 5-year-olds should be getting their cocks fashioned into vaginas. Not really, dude. I don't know if there's a price on that one because that's fucking up kids, dude, but whatever.
Well, you also have kids, so, you have
Yeah,
a lot more moral,
and
a lot more
he appears to be
you know,
a heterosexual male with no dysmorphia issues.
yep. Yeah, that is probably one of the more horrific things that the left pushes, along with, like, the late term abortion shit.
Yeah,
Like, we're gonna take a fully formed baby and
yeah,
just grab a hook and pull its head out of your fucking crotch. Like, Jesus Christ.
yeah. Dude, yeah, I remember because, yeah, a lot of the shit is stuff they obviously don't know anything about. And they've just decided, nope, all abortions should be legal. But yeah, I remember because I was kind of unaware of
I
that,
would
what it
love to
was.
see all these people who claim that all abortions should be legal forced to watch one of those late term abortions and see how they
Yeah,
respond to it after that. Like, see if they still think that, like, 10
yeah.
minutes after they've
Well,
watched
yeah,
that.
no, I didn't even see it. I just heard it described. Like, because I went when I had first moved up to the Phoenix area when I was like 18, 19, whatever. Um, I had I was training at this telemarketing place, and they were basically getting trying to get funding for to stop late term abortions, and they basically like told us like this is what you're trying to stop. This is what it is. So they're talking about like the into the second and third. Basically, they'll go in and fucking like rip an arm off, rip a leg off, rip another arm off, rip the other leg off, crush the skull, and then pull it out. And then if it's even later, they have to turn the baby in the stomach so that it comes out feet first. Because apparently, if the head comes out first, they have to fucking at that point try to save the baby or whatever. So basically, they leave
Which
just the
that's
head in the
totally logical,
mom.
too, by the way.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's fucking. But yeah, so they turn around so it comes out feet first. The basically the head has to stay in the fucking mom's fucking veg, and they stab it in the fucking neck and just let it bleed out.
Yeah. Yeah, see,
It's
here's
fucking
my issue.
horrible, dude.
I don't think age should be an excuse for murder. I don't care if it's one day of fertilization or day 100 of like after they're born. I don't think you can justify murdering a baby at any stage
Yeah,
because it's only been alive for a couple of days. It's just a couple of cells. I'm like, why it's still going to be a person.
yeah,
And I really don't like
yeah.
the idea of setting a legal precedent that, like, well, if this hasn't been a person for this long, then we don't care anymore. Because where does that fucking stop?
Mm. Yeah, it's kind of tough to know where the dividing line is on that shit.
Which is why I say don't make one. Like, it's a real easy choice. It's like, just don't fucking
Yeah,
try to make that line a real thing. It doesn't really make sense if you actually think about it.
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, the reason I was kind of telling that story is I had tried to bring it up to some. I was at like hanging out at some dude's house, having at a party or something, and I was basically like, like trying to tell this person that was obviously pro fucking choice.
Oh, they're all getting all mad
I
because
was
of your
like, you know
job.
what it is? Yeah, no, I quit. I quit. Like, I didn't even start actually taking calls or anything. I quit like after that day. I was like, I don't know, man. I would fucking almost certainly donate to the cause if you call me, but I don't want to have to think about this shit every day. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And then like describe it to somebody else over the phone. Oh, that sounds awful. Oh
Mm,
yeah.
yeah, but basically, I was like trying to tell this chick, like, you know what they do with a late term abortion, and I'm like, before I even like the first sentence is done, she's like, nope, I don't want to hear it. Nope, I'm not listening. I was like, what the fuck? So basically, somebody told you that you're pro-choice, your fucking parents or whoever, and you just never thought about it. You know what I mean?
Well,
It
not only
really
that, but
fucking
you
bugged me, dude.
refuse to listen to it. You refuse
Yeah,
to
you
learn what's
actively
actually going on
avoid.
that you approve of. How can you
Yeah,
approve of
you're
something
actively
that you
shutting
refuse to
people down.
listen to, like to acknowledge? That's absurd. See, that's a fucking
Yeah,
infant.
it's
That's
fucking
an
evil.
infant that should never have been considered an adult. Like you should not allow a person like
Yeah,
that to vote. You should not allow a person like that to make their own decisions. They need to be cared for like the
yeah,
child they are. Because all right, you want to support
yeah.
abortion, that's fine, but you need to like have seen what you're fucking supporting.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's obviously they're just not capable of any critical thought. They just are like whatever somebody told them their opinion was. That's their fucking opinion. And they just don't bother thinking it out or researching it or anything. Fucking just like that
Yep,
bugged the fucking hell out of me, dude.
creepy as fuck. And that bitch is
Yeah, like I
allowed to
said,
vote.
that's why. Yeah, that's why
So that bitch is allowed to
early
raise
on I was like,
children.
I'm not. Jesus, dude. Well, she'd most likely kill him, but yeah.
Yeah, the ones she didn't
Yeah,
swallow
yeah.
before they
Before,
fertilized her would definitely be like taken out afterwards. Sadly.
but yeah, that's why, like, pretty early on in my life, I was like, I don't want to be, I don't want to consider myself a Democrat or a Republican because I don't want to get into that fucking trap of just saying, hey, what do we think about this? Okay, all right, yeah, I guess that's my opinion. I don't want to fucking think about it or research it because I
Yeah.
feel like that's that's kind of
Dangerous
the
ground.
territory you get in with. Like, what does our team think? What's our team's opinion? Without
Yeah.
obviously thinking about each issue individually
Yeah,
and
because then,
not
like,
worrying about.
a lot of Republicans support, like, the bullshit corporations do, and it's like, nah, dude, that's just
Yeah,
that's evil. Like, I'm not gonna be on your team because your team, like their team, supports a bunch of like inhuman bullshit that really shouldn't be allowed. It's like, why do
yeah,
I got to be a
yeah,
Republican or a Democrat?
yeah, yeah, or like like all the shit is like just charged to the corporation instead of the people that are responsible for the actions that are doing fucked up shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like they'll just fine the corporation instead of like arresting the fucking people that made the decisions.
Yeah, but they're a human.
You know?
The corporations are a person. It's like, nah, dude. I think
Yeah,
we
it's
should
a
start putting
person.
the corporations in jail.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that the concept of a corporation is, quote, an artificial person. You know what I mean? But they're not an actual person. That's why, again, when they explain corporations or whatever, again, that's what they're considered, like an artificial person, or at least that's a term I learned in school. I don't know if that's actually the way the law is written when it comes to corporations.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, artificial person would be not a person, as it's artificial.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous to just, oh well, we can't, because it's not an actual living embodiment. We'll just find the corporation instead of, again, going after the people that are actually causing the
Yeah,
shit to happen.
yeah. We got to start putting the people behind the corporations in jail, and that's when
Mm,
their personhood ends. No, no, no. A corporation's not a person. I don't want to go to
mm.
jail.
Yeah, like whatever corporations the Koch brothers are running, that's dumping fucking toxic waste into fucking rivers and streams.
Yeah.
like the people that are causing that to happen should be punished, not just finding the corporation. And a lot of times not even doing that nowadays.
Well, the fines are ineffective because the amount of money they make in profits doing the crime
Mm,
exceeds the amount of
yeah.
money the fines are by such a magnitude that
Yeah, it's like you're finding them $50,000 a day for fucking dumping the shit and toxic shit. But them doing that saves them fucking $500,000 a day. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
Just pay the fine and you're still up fucking almost $500,000.
exactly. That's one of the big problems.
Yeah, you would have to find them at a rate that would actually make it less cost effective for them to just keep doing it.
Well, and I think a lot of people don't realize that some of the fines these companies face are because they put out product they knew would kill a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like when they go into a fucking like if they find there's a defective part on a car, they will literally figure out whether it's what's more cost effective, an actual recall, or just paying out the money to the people that actually get
That died
killed or
from
maimed due to
killed
the
and maimed from it.
defective part. Yeah. Like, oh, okay, that would actually cost us more, so I guess we'll recall it because that'll be cheaper. Like, it's no moral, it's not a moral thing that they're doing. They're just going with whatever's going to be cheaper for them.
Yeah, it's like, well, if that's the case, whether a company is considered a person or not, I think the people behind that decision should be going to jail because
Yeah,
that
exactly.
easily qualifies under the terms of like negligent homicide. You know what I mean? Like you knew
Mm-hmm.
people were going to
Yeah.
die because you chose, but you chose not to take the very easy action to prevent the death.
Yeah, yeah, because you thought it would be cheaper to just fucking pay out those fucking people.
Exactly. It's like, oh well, we knew these cars had faulty brakes, sir, but it was less expensive to just pay the death benefits and the fucking lawsuits.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah, it's
well,
pretty fucking
you go to
disgusting.
prison because you murdered people. You didn't commit murder in the first degree, but you definitely committed negligent homicide. I think most rational people would agree that that's a pretty good way of summing
Yeah.
up what some of these corporations have done. Like, what was it? I mean, the number of people that have been killed by like medications and stuff, like over-the-counter medications that had poison in them and shit. This is like
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous. And
Yep.
then of course,
A lot
right
of
now
fucking evil
you
shit going
can't
on.
sue. You can't sue any of the companies that make the vaccine, even if like horrible things happen because you took it. And there are cases where people have died from it. Like it absolutely has occurred now.
Yeah,
We know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, the government covers that. The government's literally set aside money, so instead of the fucking corporations taking the hit, the government can pay that shit out.
Yep.
It's fucking
Well,
terrible,
apparently
dude.
there is
Like,
there is potentially provided that I forget which arm of the government, but like the one of the organizations within the government could make it so you could sue the corporations that made it if they wanted to. But unless it passes their test,
we're not
like you
going
can't
to.
sue them, so it doesn't matter. Like it's not going to happen, obviously. But there is still that
Yeah,
potential. So one wonders if the current regime doesn't manage to rig the next set of elections quite as well as they ought. That
right.
might turn around to bite them in the ass real fucking hard. Although I
Yeah,
think
I would
the
imagine
Republicans are
it's
just
like,
as invested. To be fair.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the thing with with the oligarchy shit going on is both sides are going to bow to the fucking corporation. You know what I
Yeah, well,
mean?
they're the ones that are running
Besides,
things. That's why we have such
besides,
shitty
yeah,
like economy and everything.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a few like I guess Rand Paul seems to be like a decent fucking human being. But yeah, there's a very like that's literally the only one I can think of.
There's a good old boy from like Kentucky or something like that, or Virginia, who gets up and
Yeah. Well,
talks. He's
Rand
got like
Paul is.
a he sounds a lot similar to Rand Paul. So there's one
I was going to
other
say
that I
Rand
would
Paul.
say.
Is. Yeah, I think Rand Paul is from Kentucky. But yeah, I assume you're not obviously
Maybe
not talking
Tennessee
about
then.
it.
There's another guy
Yeah,
that's like
somewhere in that
similar to
area.
Rand Paul who gets out and talks a bunch of that I've seen him talking, and I'm like, well, you know that guy's being legitimate and he's genuinely fighting for anti-corporate interests like he seems to be. Then
Right.
I like him. I would definitely vote for him. 10 out of 10. Do recommend.
Who's the fucking guy? He worked for. I think he worked for Rand Paul when he was running for whatever. Mateowana. Remember Mateowana? He had turned me on to him. Peter Schiff, I think.
Mm.
He sounds like he's actually. I don't think he's currently in office anywhere or even running. I think he was just helping to run Rand Paul's campaigns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he makes a lot of fucking sense, dude. I remember him doing like a public thing where he would have people come up and he would basically kind of debate with them, or they would ask him about shit, or he would throw shit back at him, and didn't change a lot of minds there because I think he was in New York City, but
I mean, at least he's
whatever shit he
trying.
was saying. Yeah, exactly. He was actually making the effort.
And putting forth like real effort to do something potentially actually useful.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him actually run for office. I'm gonna look it up, see if that's the guy I'm thinking of. But yeah, there are again a few accidentally sneak through every once in a while.
Yeah. Well, I used to think, like long before he ran for, just when he started running for president, I thought Bernie was a legit guy. Like, I didn't necessarily agree with everything he was saying, but I thought he was like legitimately wanted to fight for better stuff for actually supporting his constituents, like actually trying to do
No, he
good
fucking
things.
and he might have, but it's obvious that they got a lot of money thrown at him, and he definitely fucking backed up, or he was just full of shit the whole time. But yeah, suddenly you had fucking money for second and third and fourth fucking residences, fucking lake houses and fucking.
I'd say he was full of shit the whole time. I don't think he was ever honest.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
He just
Although
knew
I
the
think
right words to say, and he
case.
had that rhetoric down really good, and was selling the fucking the pipe dream to people that like somebody gave a shit.
Yeah, it might be, but I mean, he definitely seems to be a genuine communist. I mean, he did take his honeymoon in fucking Moscow.
Except in order to be, he had to fucking be forced into paying his employees like the wage he was encouraging everyone to pay.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he just fired half of them.
Yeah. No, by that time he's definitely fully sold out, dude. But yeah,
I thought that was fucking hilarious. Like that was kind of like the end of his potential for ever going further than his office he's currently in.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, when he was first running, the first time he lost out to Hillary for the Democratic nomination or whatever. Because I believe he had the popular support because of the weird Democratic Democrats setup with their super delegate votes and all that shit. Obviously she got the nod because none of the super delegates voted for Bernie.
Yeah, that was the one where like the Democrats
thought,
basically just ripped off the fucking American people to get more funds for Hillary's campaign.
Yeah.
That one blew my mind. How many people were like okay with that? I was just like, really? Because they just fucking stole your money.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. I'm like, how can you have that be the system that's set up? And they're like, well, the Democratic National Committee is like a private company, and I'm like, I don't know if that should be the case. If they're the ones like nominating someone that's going to be running for president.
Yeah, you would think that that would not be acceptable,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I don't know if that should be
you'd be wrong
considered a fucking
apparently.
private. Yeah, yeah.
Well, and then
I
the
never took
judge
any of
was
that
just
over.
like, yeah, I could, support the rule of law and actually punish them for violating the law, or I could just say, well, they're a political thing. This should be dealt with by voting. This isn't really something to handle in court. Like, no, that's why there's a law, sir. Like that, it's supposed to be dealt with in court. That's precisely the point. It's like Jesus, fucking Politico judges.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fucking shit that needs to stop. The legislating from the bench shit that needs to fucking stop.
That's one of the scarier ones because it's like the laws are so simple in some cases, and you're like, then why the fuck did that decision get reached? Because that has nothing to do with the laws that are written in the books at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That shit should really be fucking. Yeah, no matter what side you're on, you should fucking be against that shit. I know. I appreciate that you don't like the laws, but fucking petition to have the laws change. Don't have judges just deciding whatever they want to decide because they don't like the way the law is fucking written.
Yeah,
That's
for
fucking
real.
incredibly fucking dangerous, dude. That's a very dangerous fucking mindset.
The one of the people that supposedly Biden is likely to pick, one of their things was like, judges should consider the impact on people when deciding whether or not something is within the law more than they should consider, like whether it actually is within the law. Like it's like, no, that's not the judge's job. That's Congress's job and society's job at large to decide what laws that they want to have.
Yeah,
And
yeah. You
the
can't just
impact on
decide you don't
people
like it
is
and
that's
make
the
a
point of a
decision.
law. It's supposed to impact people.
Yeah, yeah,
Otherwise, why would you
yeah. Just
bother to have a
deciding
law?
that
Because it
you
wouldn't matter if it just didn't have any impact.
right. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, man. There's so much fucking corruption, that shit going on now. It's yeah. I don't know, man. It's almost too much to fucking be able to be fixed, dude. You almost have to do just a clean fucking wipe of everything, dude. Start over.
So the builder group is right. They're just part of the problem. Like,
Right. Oh fuck.
it's like we get it, guys, but
Yeah. Oh, Peter Schiff went on Joe Rogan at some point, apparently. Okay.
do you mean Adam Schiff?
No, no, it's Peter Schiff.
Oh, okay. So there was an Adam Schiff that was in like Congress, right? Who was like just a total piece of shit.
Maybe. But yeah, definitely not. Either way, definitely not that guy.
Oh yeah.
Come on, you gotta have the full fucking episode here. I'm trying to, because I want to watch that, dude. I don't watch much of fucking Rogan.
Yeah, once in a while he has
Yeah,
somebody on who's like genuinely worth watching, but not often.
yeah, yeah. It's been a while. Damn it, dude. That's weird. Yeah, I guess that.
Oh,
I
there
guess I would
was
have to go
a
to
little bit of
fucking
a stir.
Spotify. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
don't
Sorry.
look on Spotify. You'll never find Joe Rogan there again.
Oh fuck.
Has he been kicked off Spotify yet? Because like it's coming.
No, no, I don't think they can, dude. I think it would cost them more than whatever public outrage and any other shit would cost them.
Oh, fucking
Well,
the guy Neil Diamond, he's the one that started the whole thing, right?
Neil Young, yeah,
Neil Young, uh,
yeah.
just sold his fucking music catalog to UMG.
Mm. Yeah, he's the one that was like, hey, if you don't get rid of him, I'm gonna pull all my music off of Spotify. And they're like, okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he just fucking sold all
You
his
want to compare
songs to the
stats?
fucking to a fucking company.
Wow,
So it makes
that'd
you
be
wonder,
funny if
like,
they
why
ended
did
up.
he do all this stuff? Was it because he cared? Nah, because he was making a fucking sale and he wanted to drive the value up and make people talk about it.
Yeah, not surprising at all, dude.
Fucking gross.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I hear something that
Well,
sounds like a robot, and I'm like, YouTube's coming for us. They're sending the robot squad.
yeah. No, it was another fucking. I don't think that was a motorcycle, but it was like some kind of ATV or side by side going by.
No, that makes sense. I'm not gonna get back all the way up there.
Peter Schiff explains free market capitalism. That's probably worth a listen. Yeah, it's
No,
only like 3 minutes.
fucking capital tards.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, he usually actually makes
Yeah.
a lot of sense.
My
What I've
problem with
seen of him, it's not a huge amount.
with capitalism is the same as my problem with communism. Neither of them take into account that people are not robots.
Yeah. You're
And
completely ignoring the human element
yeah, they just
and
ignore the
human
human
nature.
element entirely. That the problem is that there's going to be corruption. And like, to be fair, I don't think that's something you can just fix like real easy. Like, oh yeah, I'll just do this and it'll never be a problem again. But I do think that it's something that can be addressed and at least tried fixed. Like, nothing's ever going to be perfect as far as the systems go, but you can at least address the issue. Like, oh
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
capitalism is great, but and then include the part about the whole you know human element being a problem.
yeah. If humans are involved, there's going to be issues. There's going to be fucking potential for corruption and fucking yeah.
Yeah, and
Humans are
all
going
I
to fuck
say
it
is
up,
you got to take into account
no
the
matter
potential
what.
for corruption and try to put systems in place to limit it as much as possible. You know,
Oh my god! All right, looks like Peter
otherwise
Schiff.
you're wasting everybody's time.
Yeah, it looks like Peter Schiff went on fucking. Was it Logan Paul? Impulsive, the impulsive. Uh, Whatever. One of the Paul brothers apparently had Peter Schiff on.
Yeah, well
Yeah,
they're
dude.
they're
Just the
not very
thumbnail
woke. The Paul
alone.
brothers, I don't think they're not wokest. Like, I don't like them, but they're not. They're definitely not the woke crowd for sure.
Nah. All right, you just got to see the thumbnail because I kind of want to watch this one just to see Logan Paul trying to understand what he's talking about.
Oh well, that's never gonna
Yeah,
happen.
just look at the thumbnail, dude. That's fucking perfect.
Oh yeah, yeah. It does look kind of disturbing. Checking with chat. This game does well to highlight my ADHD. Yep.
Yeah.
It's Power Wash Simulator. Yes, Mad Metalman, I'm aware I can buy my own power washer in real life, but I don't have to worry or get messy when I do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Much cleaner experience online. Can you
Well,
play that
also,
with
like, there's
VR,
no.
dude?
Huh?
Can you use VR on that one? Or?
Oh. No, it's not VR as far as I know. Although the game is still in development, I could, send them a thing and be like, yo, y'all are missing out if you don't put this in VR. Like, there are a lot of people who might be more interested in playing this game in virtual reality, which is, to be fair, very true.
All right. Okay.
Oh, and the funny thing is, at the end of the game, it just does a little fast forward third person view of everything you did to clean the building or the vehicle or whatever it is. So
Yeah.
the person who played it that I watched cleaned up a van, and you didn't see everything that they did on the van until like the end when they were streaming and it was showing at the all the things that you maybe didn't see, and they drew like a dick on the side of the van, so it kind of outed them. Because you're cleaning
Damn,
off the
dude.
dirt, you just turn on the narrowest nozzle and you can just draw in the dirt. So that was pretty entertaining. She was like, I didn't know it was going to
Damn.
record me and out me. What the fuck, game? She's like, why you gotta do me like that?
Shit.
I was like, But then again, like, that's just human nature. Like, if there's something to draw with in a video game, someone is going to draw a dick. Like, sooner or later, that's just... they're going to be a penis.
That's the way it's going to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I got into VR chat one night, and I went into one of the rooms that has, like, markers. Because you can, like, draw, like, in VR, like, anywhere. Like, it just hangs in the air. It's kind of cool. Some of the virtual reality artwork that you can do and see with like these little, basically just like marker pens, but virtual reality versions, is fucking insane. Like, some of the people have done some crazy shit. But some kid had gone in there and just like, I mean, there must have been a few hundred penises in this room. Like,
God damn.
They just drew all the dicks everywhere. Like, man, you spent hours just drawing penises over and over. Like, the fuck is your problem, man? This kid was real obsessed with dick. Maybe it was Steven Crowder. I don't know. That seems like his kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, listening to him make fun of people and call them gay, by the way, is one of the funnier things to do.
Right.
That guy's really gay. You can tell by the time it was because you have slept with him before, Crowder.
Right.
You don't want to stop throwing brick houses, Mr. Glasshouse. Or you want to start throwing bricks.
The guy is so gay. He let me suck his cock. So gay.
Yeah. Oh, man. He even has the kind of lispy sound to him when he talks. That's makes it so much better.
Yeah. No, it's pretty apparent. He likes cock, dude. I assume he's bi. I assume he occasionally fucks his wife.
They have kids. But I think, unless there's somebody else's, he's at least done it once.
Yeah.
I think he had twin daughters.
Is a possibility.
I don't care.
Yeah, it would not be surprising.
Oh, it turned out they were all funny. Jared's.
Fucking not gay Jared.
Yeah, not gay Jared. It's like, I told you I'm super not gay. I even got Steven Crowder's wife pregnant.
He watched from the closet.
Yeah, he watched in the closet while he was fucking quarter black Garrett. Or something. I don't know, who's the Gerald? He has like a co-host now.
Yeah. Oh, does he?
I think he does. It's Gerald. I think
they don't.
The balding guy who talks about wine a lot.
They don't seem to last long. Yeah, like I said, they don't. The assistants or the co-hosts do not seem to last long with him.
Yeah. Well, no, not gay Jared is gone, but everyone else still seems to be there in some position.
No, there was some guy called like, I thought they called him like Sven Computer or something weird like that. Like, he was there. And gone
Sven Computer. That kind of makes sense because they just hired him at random off of like Twitter. So it wouldn't surprise me that didn't work out.
Right.
Yeah, he's just like some dude who made some like really important information much more accessible on Twitter. He's like he was good at running numbers and like he had a lot of like useful facts memorized for like their political purposes. But yeah, he was at the end
Gotcha.
of the day just some rando from fucking Twitter that they were like, here, can be on our show a few times. We'll see how this works out. Oh no, this didn't work out at all.
All right. Damn.
That's happened a bunch of times on various internet shows where somebody like gets on there because they're really good at commenting and then it just ends up going to hell.
Right. I guess they don't. Yeah, don't bother to think something like that through.
Well, but there's also times when it's worked out well for various different shows, you know?
Yeah. 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 Very hit and miss, I would imagine.
Yeah. If anything, like at least you're getting a little idea of what they'll be like from the commentary better than probably just doing an audition. Because they're not actively trying to impress you during like leaving comments on the chat. They're just, you know, saying shit they think is funny usually.
Indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume Mad Metal Man thinks I have ADHD from this because, like, I'll just get distracted from what I'm doing and just start cleaning something else. Like, like start on a wall and I'm just like, oh, but the ground over there is also kind of dirty and I better go clean that ground.
Yeah, now that area is dirtier. I'll go clean that till this area is not as dirty.
Yeah. I think if this was IRL, I would be a lot more consistent where I would just stick with one thing at a time. Like, just get one wall done. I mean, it really does look like you know, like when you get ice creams, the soft serve ice cream, some places they'll like dip it in chocolate, like turn it over.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It looks like they did that with the buildings in a lot of these. You're just like, man, how is there this much dirt all over the building? Like, or so again, I think the money you get paid to do this is way higher than you would in real life. I don't think you'd make like $1,000.
Yeah,
cleaning off like one building with a power washer because it would really only take a few hours. You know, you just go and spray it down lightly with whatever kind of soap you're using just to kind of loosen everything and then come back over it and hit it with your power washer. Also, some of the things, I don't know if you were supposed to clean cars with power washers, though. I think you take the paint off or something. I guess it would depend on how strong the power washer is.
Yeah.
But I would think it wouldn't be good for the paint.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously if it's just the strength of the ones that you use in a car wash. But that's not really a power washer. It's a spray washer, but not hyper focused the way a power wash is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about the ones you would use to like clean your driveway so that it's all like shiny and brand new. Strip everything off that way.
Yeah. Yeah, one that almost almost strips off a fucking layer of concrete.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, probably not good for the finish of a vehicle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like the wax or whatever that's supposed to be on the top of the paint. It's probably not real good for.
Yeah.
Ooh, here's a question. I wonder if power washer water is hot or cold, and if that makes a difference.
Oh yeah.
If power washing water was super hot, would that be more effective?
Yeah, like what? I assume it would be. Although that may not make much of a difference relative to the force that's behind it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
the force is probably by far the more determining factor.
But maybe if you needed just a little bit of oomph, you'd boil a bunch of water and use that, maybe? I don't know. Although I assume it's mostly just like you hook it up to like your standard like hose, like garden hose or whatever, with like, runs into a machine, and then the machine pumps it through your pressurized hose to your pressure washing part.
Man, I hope we have a lot of new viewers listening to this, because this conversation has to be riveting, dude, to listen to.
It's effervescent. It's sparkling clean.
Oh man, we'll be getting fucking viewers for life.
We're amazing.
Oh fuck. All right. Yeah. All right. It's almost been like 5 minutes, so I'm probably going to get fucking kicked off again. Hopefully, I can get one more attack in before.
It is about that time. Time to shut down. He says cold for the most time.
Yeah,
he got 800
I kind of figured they wouldn't.
Damn, you got 800 for cleaning with a pressure washer. That's.
That would have to. Was that like a fucking whole building? Like, what was it cleaning?
I would assume they're cleaning the whole outside of the building. Yeah.
Yeah. For that kind of money, I assume it's not just like spraying off somebody's driveway or something.
Yeah. Well, dang, diggy. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We're gonna run away now and hide.
Yeah. And if you want more power washing fucking commentary in the future, man, subscribe and ring the bell.